Pam Bondi is cooked. Have you guys, first off, I didn't even know about this until today. There was a closed house hearing, right? There was no cameras, no recordings, no public statements, so on and so forth. Nothing of the sort. Where she was asked to testify on behalf of her handling of the Epstein files, with many Epstein survivors, prominent congressmen and women there. And she said some interesting things. So first and foremost, before anyone complains about we don't know what was actually said in the meeting, therefore we can't criticize her or anything else, that's what happens when you make everything closeted to protect yourself. We only have to believe the words of the people who came out of said meeting. Not a single Republican has challenged the Democratic statements. Pam Bondi blamed Todd Blanche. She blamed Todd Blanche. That's exactly what she did. She blamed Todd Blanche for it, which is crazy because Todd Blanche was under her. She was the acting attorney general. In any case, before we get into that, this live is a safe space that we have created for Trump supporters to come up here and express exactly what makes them regret their vote. If this is the day for you, upon all the growing amounts of mess taking place with this administration, this is the live for you to come up here and express your opinion. Tell us exactly what makes you regret your vote. Or if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret the vote, you may also request up in the box or call in the number on screen. I can give you several reasons as to why you should. Jacob, did you vote for Trump?
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Do you regret your vote?
Hell nah, brother.
Alrighty, why is that?
Trump's doing what he's doing. He's out there in the Middle East, taking out all the Iraqi bad boys. Yeah, sure, the gas is going up, but a little extra $10 on the pump never hurt nobody. And also,
$10? Did you say $10?
yes, sir.
Wow. Do you think the president of the United States should be held accountable for the actions of the people he appoints?
Unless he does nothing to fix it if they're doing the wrong thing.
Say what now?
Yeah, if they're doing the wrong thing and if he doesn't, do anything to prevent it, then yeah, he should be held accountable.
Yeah, we can agree with that. I think I think Biden should take some responsibility for the actions of Mayorkas. Why is my YouTube? Hold on. I did not see that YouTube. It did. I don't know why the screen did that. Let me fix this really quickly. God, I hate this app so much. We can look at the actions of the Biden administration, and I think Mayorkas could have done a much better job in regards to certain prosecutions, and I do think that does somewhat fall back on Joe Biden slightly, mainly because it's his appointee. But yeah, since we agree on that, what do you have to say about Donald Trump's gross handling of the Epstein files?
What I recall was Donald Trump actually ran his campaign on the Epstein files, and he actually was the one that helped. What I heard, he helped author the bill and supported it. But I remember actually it was the Democrats who did not want the Epstein files to be released, and now all of a sudden the Democrats want the Epstein files to be released, and now supposedly the Republicans don't want the Epstein files to be released. So I don't really know how I feel on them. I know that they have been released. I don't know that all of them have been unredacted yet, so I don't
No.
really have an opinion on it.
So that would be the point of contention. First off, I mean, literally every single thing you just said there was correct. Incorrect. First and foremost, the president of the United States does not help author bills. They may sponsor a bill. They will obviously sign the bill into law.
That's
they
what
may
I meant.
advocate for it, but no, they don't help draft it. And if he did help draft it, then we probably wouldn't have much of it. Secondly, in regards to release of the Epstein files, putting files out there after months of saying that it was a hoax, specifically a Democratic hoax, that you weren't implicated in them, that it was a bunch of BS, and then being forced to sign it into law is very different from running off of or deciding to release the Epstein files. Lastly, he actually did not run off of releasing the Epstein files. That was more so a Republican talking point by prominent right-wing podcasters, so on and so forth. Donald Trump was asked in one interview specifically.
Donald Trump in multiple accounts said he wanted to release the Epstein files. So
one account, June or July of 2024, there was an interview he did where he was asked about declassifying the the JFK files, the MLK files, and then the Epstein files, to which he happily said yes to the first two. And when it got around to the Epstein files, he danced around it. He said yes and then basically walked it back when he said, there's a bunch of phony stuff in there. I don't want to hurt people. There's a bunch of BS in there.
Which is true. And you
Sure,
know what?
allegations are
If he
allegations.
was
They not
forced,
cannot be considered phony until it is, proven in a court of law, until we
right?
investigate the allegations made. So no, Donald Trump did not run off of releasing the files. He actually fought against them being released for months until a discharge petition took place, which forced him to sign it into law once it passed the House and unanimously in the Senate. And then his department held up on releasing the full unredacted Epstein files, save the names of the victims. And then I guess, yeah, save the names of the victims. We are currently 140, 50 something days overdue.
Sure. I mean, even still, I don't really care about the Epstein files being released because, and I'll tell you why.
You don't care about the
Yeah,
protection of
and I'll tell
women
you why.
and justice for
Can
the
I tell you
victims of
why?
sick
Can
men?
I tell you why?
Sure, I don't know what reason you can
Yeah,
possibly have that's going to excuse that, but go ahead.
thanks. So the Epstein files have been a thing for years now, right? And the corrected people have seen the unredacted forms of the Epstein files, hence the reason they're in files, right?
No,
So if they've seen, so no one has ever seen these files. Nobody in the entire earth has ever taken a peek at the
but it's
unredacted
not about
files.
no one, it's about who these people are and then who's been
Right.
presiding over
So,
them or withholding their
so even if
release.
these files get released to the public, nothing happens anyways. The
No,
corrected people have
that's
seen it,
that's not
yet there
true
has been
at
no
all.
investigations for Trump. What?
Obviously, obviously, the right people, the people willing to take it to convictions, to sentencing, to justice, have not seen the files. We have
So the
prominent congressmen
FBI
and women
hasn't
on
seen
both sides of the aisle. The
like the
FBI is currently
CIA, the
being
people that have the
headed
files have
by the
never
Trump
seen files
administration
that
and
they
his
have in there.
cronies. So no, whatever they may have seen aren't being released, and they're not prosecuting the people implicated in said files, with one of those individuals allegedly being Donald Trump himself. That's the reason.
Okay, so you just didn't let me talk, and then you didn't hear what I said,
I heard
right?
everything you just said.
How
How
did
does
you
that
hear it?
dispute
Then
anything
what
that
did I
I
say?
just
Because
said?
I remember you
You said
talking
all the right people have seen the
when I was trying to
files, so even if
respond
the
to one of
files
your
are released,
points.
nothing's going to happen because the right people have seen it and done nothing. That's what you said.
Correct. The FBI is, do you even know who holds the Epstein files right now? There are Epstein files, right, that haven't been released, correct?
My guy, those files would be residing within the hands of the DOJ and the FBI, which are currently headed by Trump appointees and
Right.
cronies. I think
Right.
you're
But
missing the
but
point
Trump
here.
hasn't been in office for like the whole entire time the Epstein files have existed. So it
No,
doesn't matter who's now.
but
What about when
now
Biden
here
was in
we
office?
are asking for those accountability. The Epstein files could not be released under Biden because those files were still sealed due to the pending investigations into Ghislaine Maxwell. It was not fully unsealed until September of 2025, hence why we have the information we have now. There's a
Really? So
legal
then why do
process
people
to
vote
it.
on them
Not
being
to mention
released in
Donald Trump,
2024?
not to mention
Actually,
Donald
not
Trump
even
has been
during
weaponizing
2023.
independent
Biden could have
agencies.
released them when
Hey,
he was
Donald
still a
Trump has been
president.
weaponizing independent agencies such as the FBI and the DOJ in ways that previous presidents have never done. Joe Biden did not do so. Joe Biden let them handle it. Whatever failures took place during his administration and prior administrations would be due to those in departments and their picks, not necessarily the president, because the president doesn't control those branches. Donald Trump started doing that.
Yeah, well, I mean, still doesn't make me regret my vote because, like I said,
I mean,
do
you
you have
did
anything
just
else other than
straight up say
Epstein
you
files?
do not care about the protection of victims. You're
Nope.
literally saying you don't give a shit
Not
about
that's
women.
not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
So just because you get a peek at the Epstein files have already been released based on what the public can see.
No,
A lot of the
they
stuff that
have
they
not.
project.
We've only seen a
So
sliver of the
so
full
I can't
files.
go on the
This is admitted
DOJ
by
and
the
search
President of
up
the United
Epstein
States.
files.
My guy, what you see online is a sliver of the full files, and it's redacted to hell. That is the point.
Good, yeah.
It's not supposed to
That
be
way we can
redacted
protect a
outside of
lot of victims'
saving the
names.
victims.
So how
My
is
guy,
you
not to
seeing a
mention, I'm
victim's
glad you
name?
mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that. Because it'll save the victims' names, right? The only thing that was supposed to be put out there was the information that would implicate criminals, the predators, and then the victims were supposed to be protected. Initial releases of the Epstein files put out the names of the victims. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's name was flagged and redacted to hell. Even mentions of the word don't because of Donald T was redacted because it resembled Trump. They made sure to protect him and other individuals while victims' names were put out there against their will. And Pam
Oh well,
Bondi
don't
actually
don't
did
regret the
apologize
vote.
for
Yeah,
that
Donald
today,
Trump's
but she
still
did not
doing good for the
apologize for following those
economy. Donald
orders.
Trump's still doing good, for the long run. All
Got you,
right.
got you. As long as my wallet's good, I don't care about what happens to women.
Yeah, you gotta vote
Especially
for
if those
you.
women, especially if those women are staring at the man who assaulted them on a daily basis.
Yeah, vote for you.
Okay. Vote for you. Check this out. You're not voting for you because you voted for the guy who currently has your gas prices, your grocery prices, and everything else up in the United States after running off or lowering them on day 1, month 6, and first year. Get out of here. That was gross. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Joshua, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
And do you regret your vote?
No. I actually wanted to touch on something you just said to that previous guest.
Sure.
For sure, man. Um, Dude, I don't understand how all of you guys seem to be so misinformed about the Epstein files. It's actually kind of crazy.
Sure. Inform
You
me.
do know that there's like a current watchdog investigation going on to make sure that the correct release of the files actually did happen and all of that good stuff. I don't know what you meant by
Who's launching this
Donald
watchdog
Trump.
investigation?
What?
Who is leading this watchdog investigation? What is this department? What is the name of
So
this?
obviously it's the DOJ, but there's also a House Oversight Committee that's doing a separate watchdog investigation. Did you know about that? Because now you're kind of laughing, but you kind of look stupid.
You think I look stupid? Okay. So
Yeah,
the DOJ,
there's a
the same,
Democrat-led. No, sir.
I mean,
There's a
yes,
Democrat-led
the
one as
House
well.
Oversight
Yes.
Committee, which
No,
is
there's a
not exclusively
Democrat-led watchdog.
Democratic.
No, look
Democrats
it
are
up.
the reason why
I'm
we
not
have a
going to
lot
argue
of.
with you.
I
Just go ahead and look
I
it up.
know what you're talking about, my guy. This committee has existed for some time. They do not
That's
reside
not what
over
I'm
the
talking about.
files.
That's not what I'm talking about. You're
What are you
talking about two
talking about
different
then?
things.
Cool. What are you
I'm
talking
talking
about?
about a separate Democrat-led watchdog investigation alongside the DOJ to make sure that the
Alongside the
release of the
DOJ. What is
files.
the name of that?
Yes. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just called a Democrat-led watchdog investigation. You can go ahead and look it up.
Who are some of the Democrats in this investigation?
Don't know off the top of my head, man. Go ahead and look it up.
Got you. So if I look it up,
Yes.
if I look this up, I'm going to find a investigation, or some watchdog group being led by Democrats. I'm assuming you mean Democratic
Correct.
officials working alongside the DOJ,
Correct.
and the DOJ would be cooperating, right?
Correct.
Cool. Let me look.
Yeah. Can't wait to see that smile get wiped away, buddy. But also, Donald Trump didn't say anything about the full release of the files and all of that, which is kind of interesting
with your
too.
last friend about that. He's the one who was saying it. I
No,
actually
you just
corrected
said
him.
that Donald Trump said that we haven't seen a fraction of the files.
No, I never said Donald Trump said.
You
we haven't
did.
seen a fraction
You
of
said
the
that.
files.
Yeah,
I
you said even your
we.
president has said that we haven't.
We. No, that's not what I
Bro,
said.
you literally said that.
I did.
All right,
You
for
clearly
sure.
have a comprehension problem. Anyway,
You have no
Democratic
idea what you're
watchdog
talking about, and you're a
organization,
liar as well.
Epstein
Okay, cool.
Files, DOJ. Sure, we'll play it back in a moment. Justice Department's internal watchdog is to investigate DOJ's compliance with the Epstein Files Transparency Act, as well as the agency's handling of millions of records, removal of thousands of released files. Nonpartisan Government Accountability Office also reviewing department's actions. Independent watchdog review. What is where you? You're wrong.
How am I wrong? You just fucking
You
read
said
it.
there was a Democratic-led watchdog organization. There is an independent
Working alongside the
organization. This one's
DOJ.
nonpartisan. There's an internal Justice Department
My
watchdog.
boy.
This is what
Boy.
I'm reading here.
Yes, an
I'll put it up
internal
on the
one,
screen for you.
and
Hold
then
on.
another
No,
one
I'll put
right
it up on the
next.
screen for you.
And then, yes, an independent. You can say bipartisan all you want. It's Democrat-led.
I'm telling you
working
the one that's
alongside with
happening
the-
right now.
Yeah, well, working alongside with the DOJ's watchdog. Okay, so this is the Justice Department's one. Go ahead and look up the other one that I said, because you're just looking up one.
I'm sorry. What other one are you referencing? Here we go.
I'm
I searched
literally
Democrat.
referencing
Look,
two
look.
different
You can
ones.
see on the screen. You can see on the screen. Democratic Watchdog Organization, Epstein Files, DOJ. Do you want me to back out DOJ? Search. Government Watchdog to review DOJ's handling. This is the GAO. This would be the other one, right? An independent, nonpartisan,
I don't believe
right?
so.
We can scroll down here.
I don't believe so.
This is a day ago. Trump's attorneys general wrapping up ethics complaints. We have this one here from August 26th of 2025. Democracy watchdog sues for files on Trump-Epstein relationship. That was last year. So again, what are you talking about?
Merkley's request independent government watchdog launches investigation at Trump's DOJ.
It is what?
Look up Merkley's. Yeah.
Merkley's.
Just look up Merkley's independent government watchdog.
Senator Jeff Merkley frequently works with the Government Accountability Office, which is the nonpartisan independent legislative watchdog for Congress. Merkley's request, independent watchdog launch investigations into Trump's handling of the Epstein files. Washington, D.C., in response to a request from Oregon's U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley, the nonpartisan independent government accountability office has opened an investigation to the Department of Justice's practices in redacting information from the public release of the Epstein files. So, yes, this is the Government Accountability Office. This is something that a senator...
Merkley, separate watchdog.
Spearheaded.
Separate watchdog.
You said it was a Democratic-led watchdog working alongside the Justice Department.
Is Merkley a Democrat?
This is
the
GAO. This is the same GAO that would be
so you have an issue.
Things like not the DOJ, the DOD, and the fact that they haven't passed the last 7 audits.
Buddy.
This doesn't change the fact that the Justice Department is not giving the Government Accountability Office, and it's definitely not democratically led, any new or additional information.
That is 100%
because we quite literally still have the same redacted ass files. My God.
So yeah,
the GAO is not democratic.
Of course, the files are going to be redacted, and the watchdog investigation currently going on right now. Alongside with that, seriously, dude, they'll say it's all fucking released, everything that needed to be released, and they followed the law. Are you going to accept that if they do come back with yes, everything was followed?
No, I wouldn't accept that because the Trump administration.
Then we shouldn't have released the.
Proven
yeah,
otherwise.
we shouldn't have released the files because none of you guys would have liked it either way.
There's no accepting a lie. We were lied and told. We were lied and told that it was a Democratic host. We were lied and told that Trump in no way, shape, or form was implicated. We were lied and told that this was happening and that was happening. And then what happened? And then we had a discharge petition. Sure. And then we had a discharge petition, and the discharge petition was signed by the majority of Democrats and a few Republicans who worked together to force the vote on the release of the files. Once it passed the House, unanimously passed the Senate because the pressure Americans and Republicans and Democrats put onto him, so we signed it into law. Clearly you don't. And then Donald Trump went ahead.
I don't know why you're monologuing.
It was supposed to happen in 30 days, and then you want to know what happened in 30 days? Oh, we didn't have enough time, but they did have enough time to flag Donald Trump's name. 3 million files
released in 30 days with correct redactions.
And what they were able to put out there is the names of victims versus the names of the perpetuators. Names that some congressmen. Did you know that Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna have told or testified and mentioned that there are names they can't say to protect the victims? Did you know that?
There are names they can't say to protect the victims. Correct. Yes. Because the victims' attorneys have outright
not because they saw the files, not because they saw the files, but because some of the victims told them the names, but they can't bring it to the public because the people presiding over these apartments aren't releasing it. And if they do so without the backing of the government, without the protection of the government, they can't get it out there.
And wrong, bro. Like this,
I'm the one who's ignorant and wrong when you didn't even know what you were talking about, and we just fact checked
exactly what I was talking about.
I literally just fact checked you in real time.
Proved me right. Literally, I don't understand your game
to Melanie for the $5 Venmo. If Trump was innocent in the files, they would be released fully by now. Use that against the others. Oh, so we know this.
You were fucking
the files
wrong,
would not be an issue if he was innocent.
So Trump wasn't a pedophile. There's nothing in there that actually implicates him in any sort of crime. I'm sorry, bro. I understand that you wanted the president of the United States to. Yeah,
have you read the Epstein files? Okay. What are the allegations made in the files against Donald Trump?
What's an allegation, sir?
Name one of the allegations in the files against Donald Trump.
What is an allegation, sir?
I think you and I both know what an allegation is. I want you to.
Okay, an allegation doesn't include credible evidence. And the DOJ and the FBI in 2019 got several anonymous tips that had Donald Trump's name in it, but all of them were looked at where they didn't provide any actual.
Yeah, sure. I didn't ask you about anonymous tips. I asked you about what are the allegations made in the files.
That is what the allegations are.
No,
it's from anonymous tips in 2019.
New allegations didn't come out from 2019 that was separate from the ones made prior, or the new allegations made after that time.
Did you?
What
did
are you
read the
talking
Epstein files?
about? I just need you to do
God,
one
are
thing.
you kidding?
My
Yeah,
guy,
here,
my
I got
guy.
them.
You
I
said
actually
there's
got them
nothing
here.
in the Epstein. You said there's nothing in the Epstein files that would implicate Donald Trump, right? That's what you said, right? Name one of the allegations made against Donald Trump in the Epstein files.
Are you talking about this shit, dude?
I asked you to name an investigation.
I just put it.
Name an allegation.
Yeah, it's on the fucking back.
I didn't ask you to give me. I didn't ask you to Google a photo. I asked you to tell me because you said you read the files. You said you read the files. Could you tell me one of the allegations made against Trump in the files?
Dude, Hector, are you dumb? I don't think you've ever seen the Epstein files.
Sure. Says the guy who can't name one of them. I didn't ask you to pull up a picture of the same old stuff we know. I asked you to name one of the allegations in the Epstein files.
You don't even recognize that.
So chat, to all 600 of you on both platforms that are watching the live right now, here's what Super Hair starts.
Bro. You can't even.
I gave you the opportunity to speak and you didn't want to. You said you had the green screen thing. You think I don't recognize what you had up. So let me go ahead and help you out and tell you guys what just happened. And he ran.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I read the Epstein files. Donald Trump in no way, shape, or form is implicated. Okay, cool, whatever. Name me one of the allegations made against Donald Trump in the Epstein files. Which one? 2019? No, name one of the allegations made in the Epstein files. Picture. You couldn't name it. The reason why you couldn't name it is because you didn't read it. You believe Donald Trump is innocent because he's your president daddy. And I have no problem with that. Like who you like. But doesn't make you look good when you don't know what you're talking about. I do have that clipped in 720p though. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. I'm in a good mood. Y'all ain't phasing me. Come up here, get cooked. That's what we're gonna do today. What's your name here, sir? Noah, did you vote?
It's Noah. I was on here last night, but I'm just saying, give Hector a follow. You.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, buddy. Trump supporters and Trump supporters only request up in the box. W's in the chat to misdoing me for the $3 cash app. Joshua is taking an L so hard it's actually sad. That really was sad. That really was sad. I'm not going to lie. Bro said, Jojo's not implicated anymore. Couldn't name the files. Then he talked about how the Justice Department is working alongside Democrats for a full investigation into it. No, that's the GAO. Which is independent. One Democratic senator brought awareness to it. Sir, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, yes. Do you regret your vote?
To be honest, yes, I do.
Why is that?
Because I feel like
Hold for
Trump.
one moment.
Call from.
Well, this is Dirk here.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I said I'm regretting because Trump's acting like a high schooler girl, and like I feel like he needs to just shut up and just run the country the right way. And I think if he did do everything on the list, then yes, he should be arrested. Even though, yes, I supported him, I like him, but if he is what the list says, he should go to jail like everybody else.
Sure. The first thing you mentioned, though, he's too busy, I guess, rambling than running the country. That's what you said. So would you be alluding to his, I guess, nonsensical speeches or his Truth Social post specifically?
Probably social posts, because I'm not very political, but I like him, voted to him.
Thank you, T-Sweets.
But I feel like his post, it's not making him look good. It's just making him look like crap, and he needs to just shut up with all the posts, run the country right, and stop effing around with everybody and just leave everybody alone.
The Hoff made a video with you in it? Oh, that's funny. So, okay, interesting. I mean, while I do not take away from his, absolute rambles on Truth Social or in the public as to be a significant disqualifying factor of him being a competent president, I would still argue even those things are the least of our worries to some degree. If we're to look at the fact that he has slashed half of SNAP benefits, specifically in places like Arizona, which is literally going to lead to more starving families. We can talk about his unconstitutional tariffs and the fact that companies are going to get a $166 billion payback and you and I will not. We can talk about this war in Iran that's costing us $2 billion a day and also opening up to sleeper cells in the United States, retaliating against us because of our unlawful warfare. I think those would be bigger threats than his tweets.
I agree.
And bigger
and
disqualifying
I have to say,
factors.
The whole Iran war, do not support it. I'm against it. And again, I'm not a big whole political person, all that crap. But I think Charlie Kirk is the guy. He even said we should not go to war with Iran. I agree with him, and I agree with you what you said yesterday about not going to war with Iran. I think it's the most stupidest idea. It's like, why get involved with another country that did nothing to us? I get it. People want America.
Nothing to us is, well, that's not quite accurate. I wouldn't say they haven't done nothing to us. We've had a contentious relationship in large part because of actions of the U.S., but regardless, for the sake of world peace, we're to put all that aside. Our main concern with Iran is nuclear extinction, hence why we're trying to make a deal to get their enriched uranium, which was able to be done under Democratic leadership, Obama, and now we're here. So there's that. So my next question to you is, with all the regret that you have, what are you doing about it now?
To be honest, nothing. It's like I realize no matter, my voice doesn't matter, so it's like, I know it sounds horrible, but nothing.
You guys got to stop
Completely
saying that.
Nothing.
You guys have really got to stop saying that. Your voice really mattered in the 2024 election. When it comes to fixing the problem, it needs to matter just as much, if not more. And it can. What state are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
State? North Carolina.
North Carolina. Didn't you guys just have your primaries? North Carolina have their primaries?
I want to say, I believe so.
Primaries date. Hold on. South Carolina next week. Yeah, I have that listed. But I didn't have North Carolina for some reason. Voting in 2026 election officially begins September 1st. I guess your primary is up. I don't have it. I don't have my list. So you have your general elections. Yeah, your primary is over. Okay. So your general elections are coming up. I'm sure there are people running in your seats, all the way from the bottom, all the way up to the top of senator and governor. And these people would identify themselves as MAGA. Anyone who identifies as MAGA over Republican or anything else are people who align themselves with the Trump agenda. Anyone who aligns themselves with the Trump agenda, the one that you regret, the one you can't stand, the one that's been harming Americans, are the people that have to
as opposed to the career.
So what you need to do is go to your polls and you need to vote for anyone other. You need to look at Democratic policies.
He's saying vote for the career politicians.
Affordable housing, who are running off of restoring healthcare, who are running off of peace in the Middle East and other nations, and you need to vote for them. And if you have issues with Democrats, so do I. But we're voting for people who are running off of things that impact you directly, and that supersedes party lines. Does that make sense?
It does. I'm curious, what's your political views, if you don't mind me asking you? Where do you stand?
I would consider
he does what they tell him.
I would consider myself I call myself a New Testament Democrat. I think the Democrats have issues, which is why I'm voting for the ones moving forward the party versus the ones that are holding it back. Those are the individuals like the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers, the Hakeem Jeffries, and those are the people that are up for re-election this year in the respective states where people and other ones who identify as progressive like me would vote them out.
He's progressive.
Because
big government control.
Like I said, yes, I like Trump. I voted for him, but my views are like between like a liberal and a conservative. So it's like I see both sides, and I'm more of those. I go by facts over feelings. But if I realize, okay, the facts are matching up with what accusations and everything, then I go with my feelings and be like, yeah, this guy's a jerk, get him out, whoever it is. Like, for me, I'm somebody, whether it's Trump, Obama, Biden, George Bush, like, I have some things I like about them and some things I don't like about those guys.
Sure. Our politicians are not necessarily.
Can I ask the guest a question?
You want to get
sir?
blocked? Shut up. We're not talking to you, Davey. You'll get your fucking turn. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. I'm so sorry.
I just wanted to ask
you
you
one
one
of
question.
these rude people on. Oh, never mind. You're gone.
Guest, can I ask you?
So there's a lot of things I disagree with every single Democratic president in history, especially before the 60s. However, one, sometimes we're not always going to get the perfect candidate. We don't live in a fucking Barbie girl world. We live in reality. If we can see one side that more aligns with, I guess, getting us closer to our goal than the other, that's what we vote for. This whole thing that we want, a better America for all, better taxes for all, more protection, more security of the border, otherwise, is a journey. It's all a journey. It's not necessarily a destination. So every single person who reflect that more, we vote for them, unless we have straight up Nazis on the ballot. So that's what you need to focus on.
Now, I'm curious, like, because I've had friends who are very hardcore liberals or hardcore Democrats, to where before I used to defend Trump with the strongest defense ever. And so I'd like to ask you at least the same question like I would ask them. Now, let's say Obama's president, but Obama said everything and did everything exactly what Trump did. Would you still be like how your
Obama couldn't
YouTube
even
page
dream
is now
of doing
against
10%
Trump?
of what Donald
Would
Trump
you be
has
the
done.
same way towards Obama?
Obama couldn't even dream of doing 10% what Donald Trump has done because he would have been impeached and or assassinated.
At least you're speaking the truth. Other people were basically respectfully brainwashed to think, saying, no, Obama would not be like that. Obama is not that kind of president. But
well, based off of his history, no. I mean, the most I can say is maybe he could have. No, I can't even say that. I can't even say he would have taken action in Iran because he was a diplomatic president. He's the one who was for the JCPOA and got it signed. So I can't even say that. I mean, if you want to talk about other regions where he very much played his role in warmongering alongside his, Clinton and whatnot, sure, that's a separate conversation. But even then, Republicans were alongside him voting for those measures. So again, it's Donald Trump and Obama. I would argue Donald Trump and the majority of U.S. presidents in history we've had, including Republican ones, are incomparable. He's a new breed. He was something different, which made a lot of people vote for him. But different doesn't always mean good.
I agree. Like, I voted, even though at the time I was very conservative, a little bit Republican, I voted for Obama because his speeches, the way how he talked, I was like, okay. It's like, you know what? We never had a black president. So, you know what? Let's give him a shot. And so I voted for him. And then after the second time, it was like, yeah, he disappointed me. He didn't do nothing for the black community. And I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, Obama, no, you're helping more of the illegal aliens doing all this stuff.
Are you a black person?
Huh? I'm mixed. Like, I'm white and Hispanic.
So the answer is no.
No, but I'm very...
Could have said that.
Like,
whatever else you have going on is irrelevant to me. So you as a biracial individual, particularly of the Latino Hispanic descent, would not be qualified to speak on behalf of what Obama did or did not do for black people, because he did quite a bit, first and foremost. Secondly, you saying he did more for quote-unquote illegals is ridiculous, because he quite literally was named the deporter-in-chief. Under the Obama administration, we saw encounter levels and everything else hit those historic lows that people complimented Donald Trump for. There was no border issue before Donald Trump ran off of one, and we have the numbers to show it. So there's that. Any case, I think there's a lot of things you can learn, and I would suggest you learn so from the comments, listening to more of these lives. But since you do regret your vote, I do need to move on to the next guest. But like I said, look at your local elections, go from there. If they are MAGA, they're not good for the country.
All right, word up. Glad to talk to you, bro. Keep up the good work.
All right, you take it easy. I'm going to crash out, it's not going to be over someone who regrets their vote. I'm not crashing out today. That's the rule. I'm in a good mood. I'm not crashing out today. But if I'm going to crash out, it's not going to be over someone who regrets their vote. Sure, it's fucking going to be over Obama. Could I sit here and get into a full-blown conversation about defending many of Obama's actions? Sure. Could we talk about the things Obama did terribly? Absolutely. But Obama was, 2016, 10 years ago. 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Why aren't we talking about now? Why do we have to keep going back to the past? Why do we have to keep going back to the past? I'm about to snitch. So guys, let's do a full PSA. First and foremost, Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, we call the number on screen 737-295-5321. If you are a Trump supporter who regrets their vote, this live is a safe space for you, if you will, to come up here and express what exactly made you get up off the MAGA plantation. Or if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote, you may request up in the box as well. I can give you several reasons as to why you should. If you are not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Upon doing so, also make sure you send your daily heartbeats. Consider becoming a fan club member, because when you do, for one little stupid little TikTok coin a week, you get to send cool stickers like this. Because this is how some Trump supporters have me feel right here. Right there. Why isn't it sending? There we go. That one. And 15 more. Share out the live with your friends and family as well. Make sure you also repost the live and add it to your story. We want to make sure this reaches as many people as possible, but I cannot do that without you. So be a good little hacktivist. Share out the live. Let's knock out the little penny goals there and everything else I said afterwards to get us boosted on the FYP as well. I believe we've knocked out the gift gallery for the week. Yes, we have. So the gift gallery is good. So just knock out the respective gifts as I set them. And then finally, the links in the bio is going to be the best ways to support the platform. Whether you're following me on all the social media, such as YouTube that we're doing streaming to right now, or Instagram, where I post the same videos I put up here, both at Hector Talks with 2 R's. Joining the Discord community, to which we are over 700 members strong. Also, going to the shop and getting yourself some merchandise. You may also check on the showcase in my bio. That'll take you to my profile. You may click on the showcase in my bio to get any of the merch available on my shop, hectorshops.com with 2 R's. Please use the discount code WeAllWin for 10% off your entire order. TikTok Shop does not allow you to use that discount code, so just go to the website. Go to the website. And finally, donating directly to the links in the bio. If you like the platform, you want to say hi to my cute face, send a message, you may do so on Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Hector Talks with 2 R's and Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pow with 2 O's and 2 R's. And if you're over on the tube side, hit the like button on the stream, subscribe, turn on notification bells on your way in or on your way out. You may send a super chat or a super sticker if you want to support. Speaking of, I do have a couple here. W's in the chat to Sean, $55 super chat. An ancient Greek said, an unexamined life is not worth living. Maggots are the First off, I was about to say epitome. Maggots are the epitome of that statement. 6,000%, Sean. And thank you so much, Sean, for also becoming a member over on the YouTube side. Guys, if you would like to support me in that way, you become a member, you get all the perks that the TikTok people and the Discord people get. Please check that out if you would like to support the platform. Thank you guys so much. Any case, while we are waiting on the Trump supporters, also, if you're wondering where I got this shirt, this is not any of my merch. This is Erica's merch, who's currently on break right now. We dearly miss her. Do all the good things. You may get this from ericaeffect.com. If you go to ericaeffect.com, that's where you can get this shirt here. I'm going to go ahead and play that clip for you guys, by the way, that I was talking about. So, where is it? Oh, we're going to go through another thing as well. This is something I've literally heard not a single one of my mutuals talk about today. So we are going to talk about it as well. The whitehouse.gov is wilding, like literally become a straight up propaganda site. Literally become a straight up propaganda site.
Lead every
so again,
aspect.
this was this closed doors, super secret, elusive Pam Bondi hearing that took place today, where she was answering on behalf of the Epstein files. And by answering, I mean dodging. And this is what she had to say. Again, these are the statements made by the officials who were in the room. We cannot confirm any of this, but it's not been denied because they decided to keep everything hush, hush.
She said, quote, I did not lead every aspect of this effort or conduct that document review myself. I delegated oversight over this process to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who happens to now be acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. She said,
Pam Bondi put the failure of the release of the Epstein files upon being pressed about what took place in the Justice Department onto acting attorney, onto Todd Blanche. She blamed Todd Blanche. She blamed Todd Blanche. She blamed Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche was under her. Anything that Todd Blanche was responsible for doing was via her orders and her oversight. And when you're about to get burned, blame another one. Threw him under the bus. I have yet to see a response from Todd Blanche. I've been looking all freaking day. He's probably dodging them. But yeah, first and foremost, I do want to say this. I have no doubt in my mind that she did delegate some of the responsibility onto Todd Blanche. I have no doubt in my mind that both her and Todd Blanche failed. Absolutely. But I just find it interesting now that she's outside of the government and she's now a private citizen, to my knowledge. She's somewhat outside of the hot seat or the responsibility of it. And now she wants to put it on the guy who any action he would have taken would have been directly because of you. W's in the chat to Phoenix Eye for the $5 super chat. Education ain't free, so here's my piece of the pie. Thank you so much, Phoenix. No, this shit is not free. I appreciate your support. Helps us do this on a daily basis. Big W's in the chat to you. Big W's in the chat to you. But yeah, there's a lot more, but I'm gonna hold off on playing those because I don't want to get too much into it. I do want to save some of this information for a little bit later. When we have more downtime, we're gonna now focus on the Trump supporters. So, Trump supporters. If every single action that took place, every single thing that happened under the Biden administration was Biden's fault, because that's what you guys keep saying, we need to have a serious conversation about Donald Trump's guilt in the failure to release the Epstein files. And then when you're done, at least getting to the point where you can honestly admit that Donald Trump is very much partially, at least, at minimum, we'll start there. We'll start there. Partially responsible for the pathetic handling of the Epstein files. Then we need to have a conversation about the real reason why. So here's the first step. Bare minimum, right? Donald Trump has to take some responsibility. Once we get there, we need to talk about why. And we need to talk about those implications you guys like to keep dodging. We need to talk about that birthday card. We need to talk about the fact that you can't summarize everything as fake-ass, phony allegations. Thank you so much, Jamie, for the gifts. I appreciate you. You can't put up everything as allegations when one of the individuals who literally settled with the Epstein state named Donald Trump. Just saying. Trump supporters, request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you are over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Oh, your message got deleted, buddy. What did you say? YouTube has so many mentally ill drones starting up podcasts now. I mean, what does that say about you if you're here watching it every day? Right? Xmas Board, I don't know if you missed the point I was making when I said partially, but you may want to go back and watch that section of the stream. I'm beginning to realize something, and this is about both sides. Y'all don't listen. Sometimes y'all don't listen, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to say that just yet, Speedy. It's too early. I'm not going to say that just yet. There's no way Trump supporters gave up that quickly. I'm not going to say that just yet. Absolutely not. Any cases, following up with those actions, we have a few other things as well. There's a Republican candidate in Colorado who had a very interesting interview. I'm not sure how many of you guys have seen this, and let me go ahead and double check his name here. But there's a Republican governor candidate in the gubernatorial race there. And he got on camera because apparently one of the things he liked to talk about is how his dad forced him to yeet a man when he was a kid. And he then, in previous, which that's not funny, right? That's actually horrible if it's true. But then he would also go on the campaign and many other interviews and stuff and brag about taking other people's lives and being put in situations where you have to use a weapon and all these different things. So he was asked a question. He was asked a question about it. And I want to play that conversation to y'all because it was very weird, very dodgy. But these are the people who get votes from the party
Your
just
claim-
because they have an R behind
Your
their
claim
name.
that your abusive stepfather forced you to kill a man when you were 7 years old, is that the only person you've ever killed?
Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. When the reporter asked this question, my first thought was, what kind of question is that? That was my first thought. What kind of question is that? Why would you ask that? Like, is there some context I'm missing? The context comes. It comes up. It comes up.
Well, I would say as a child, yes. I mean, without question. But I've been in other situations where, possibly people or persons died as a result of me defending myself in other countries.
Do you think that you've killed people as an adult?
He said in other countries. This would be a simple clarification about if you served in the military, you're in combat. Obviously, you can't speak on like confidential missions and stuff, but just a very weird way to answer these questions. Like, I can make an excuse for every single thing up until a point, but he's just answering them very weird.
Does it matter?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Why?
Like, killing somebody's a pretty weighty thing.
If someone's trying to kill you or you're in combat?
It's still a weighty thing to take somebody else's life. I mean, it could be self-defense, it could be justified, but it's still a weighty thing. So I'm just asking you, how many people have you killed?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't be telling a reporter sitting here in my training center.
How about voters? Would you tell voters?
There's no need. I don't think that's important. It's actually kind of, it's an odd question to me.
Because you actually talk about the idea of killing people with some frequency, and why it's a necessary thing to do, killing people. You said on NRA TV in 2017, now a lot of them just got to be killed. I've had them shoot at me and I had to shoot back. There's a time and place to eliminate the enemy, and you have to. You said on Jeff Lerner's podcast in 2025, some people have to get killed. Some people have to die. But it's an odd question to ask you how many people you've killed.
Yes.
Your claim that your abusive stepfather forced...
And there's the context. There's the context. Several interviews that he did, and other speeches where he just liked to talk about yeeting people, allegedly in self-defense. And yes, he did serve in the United States Marine Corps 3 years. 3 years. So again, that's an easy way out, right? Victor Marx. He's a Republican governor candidate in the state of Colorado. Victor Marx. So if you were served in the military, obviously you may have been put in situations where you had to take a life to protect yourself. That's not how he answered the questions. Why would you be uncomfortable with saying, like, okay, let's go back to the beginning. Is that the only time you've taken a life? No. Other times you've taken a life? Well, I served in the Marine Corps. I was on operations that I cannot speak about. And in self-defense, me and my platoon, squadron had to do things, right? Right? That's it. That's done. You have the military crowd. That's the military people now sitting back watching that interview. Hell yeah, brother. You tell them, defend yourself. These liberals want you to get on your knees when they're pointing guns in your faces. Yeah. Bam. You just have their vote. But instead, you danced around it like as if you yeeted your fucking mom at 27 and you don't want anyone to do any digging. I don't know. I just thought that was a very weird way he went about this questioning. And this is the first I heard of this man, first I've seen anything. I went out and looked at a couple other clips and things that he says. He's your typical nut. I just thought it was very fascinating. I just thought it was very, very fascinating. Thank you, Basin Jordan, for the gifts on YouTube. I appreciate you. So yeah, that's what Republicans have been up to in Colorado. As for Republicans in Louisiana, I just saw the news that their map passed, a new one that's going to bring it down to getting them a couple more seats, and they only have one Democratic seat in the region. to Louisiana's map. Next one is going to be contested. We have yet to see the results of that. Texas out here, James Tallarico and Ken Paxton are going at it hard in these freaking ads, bro. Absolutely hard. Of course, only one ad has any substance, and that's going to be of Tallarico. But Ken Paxton is a nut. Ken Paxton is an actual nut. It depends on what he was in. He probably missed all conflicts. Yeah, I'm not even saying he was in combat, but I'm saying if he served in the Marine Corps, you could have, you know. We will win Colorado. Who's we? Who's we? He's trying to sound more mysterious and complex when he's just a simple idiot. Wouldn't surprise me, Kristen. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Any case, Trump supporters, call-in line is open for you. Those of you over on the tube side, I see you chirping in the comments. So go ahead and call in. If you'd like to come up here and state if you regret your vote or not, that number is going to be 737-295-5321. So call in the number on screen, defend your position, or better yet, don't. I know there's a large portion of you. Thank you so much for the gifts, Jamie. I know there's a large portion of you that are over the mess. I know you're tired. You got to be tired. Oh, yeah. We didn't even get into the not the slush fund, excuse me. We already know about the slush fund. The investment fund for Iran. We didn't even get into the investment fund. Now, to be fair, I do think that some of that is being taken a little bit out of context. We have yet to see how that's actually going to be implemented. However, we have several reports in regards to their latest ceasefire agreement and peace deal that they're going to move on to in the future if Donald Trump doesn't stop. If Donald Trump chooses to stop blowing them up at random. And $300 billion is supposed to go towards investment fund. It's supposed to be basically a part of our restitution for all the damage we've done in the region. And how I think it's going to be spun, because people are already comparing it to the JCPOA, where we gave them $1.7 billion and unfroze some of their assets and stuff. I don't think it's directly comparable, just because what I'm believing this investment fund to be is most likely going to be him and his rich friends putting that $300 billion into businesses in the region. So basically it's going to be them serving them. I guess Iran would benefit from like the tax incentives and startup costs and stuff. Sure. But I feel like most of it's going to be his friends seizing on the deal and then being able to throw all their businesses there to make money off of it in Iran. That's what I think it's going to be. However, if it isn't that, or at least not fully, that means definitely off the bat, if the number alone is 300 billion, I think it's safe to assume more than 1.7 billion is going to be given to Iran in some form. And if any more than 1.7, any less, I don't even care. If billions of dollars is given to Iran in any type of restitution from the Trump administration, their entire argument against the JCPOA falls apart. Entire argument falls apart. Can't complain about what we paid on the arms deal and the interest. You cannot complain about the additional package that we sent. You cannot complain about the unfrozen sanctions, sanctions on the assets. All that goes out the window. Every last bit of it. Because then if we were just going to give them money from the jump, why did we go to war? Why did we deplete over 50% of our military and our weapons? Why? Just prove a point to look big and bad, to hurt Americans' wallets? And what do we have to show for it? A blockade after 2 months. One that apparently ships are getting through now, as we proved yesterday. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yes. Part of the recent ceasefire talks, based off the officials that came out at the meeting, would include a $300 billion investment fund. Again, it's not directly giving them money, or at least that's how they're going to talk about it now. We'll see how it ends. We'll see how the conversations manifest. But as it sits right now, $300 billion is supposed to be invested by the U.S. into Iran. And that'll be part of the fund. That'll be part of the ceasefire. So yeah, there's that. And I've come to realize, I think the majority reason why many of our lives still get circulated by Trump supporters at this point is because they don't know these things. It's because they don't know these things. I'm of the firm belief that if Trump supporters truly knew, outside of that first kid, like the pig who said, I don't care about the Epstein files, there are people legit like him who just don't care about nothing, right? I don't care what happens to women. I don't care what happens to victims as long as my wallet's better, even though it's not. Which is basically them just saying, I just want the white guy in office. Okay, whatever, cool. Bad. But there are people who just don't know all the stuff he's doing, which is why I find it baffling when they call up or come in here trying to argue with me on things that I understand. Or better yet, when they say stuff that's incorrect, I Google it, I put it in front of their face, and then they spin it. I'll never forget that conversation we had with that one kid yesterday. What was his name again? The Tesla. Every few minutes, he was walking back something he said. Oh, that was wrong. Oop, I concede. Fine, I'll give you that. I'm like, are you used to speaking to people who just talk out their ass? Or did you not expect me to prove everything that I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Any case, 500 of you in here. Let's get the likes up to 150K. Please make sure you're double tapping the screen. Please make sure you're double tapping the screen. Let's get the algorithm pushing. Get the likes up to 150K and beyond. I think we can do so within the next couple of minutes. Like my commentary. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I'm not trying to just do commentary. I'm trying to talk to Trump supporters, but I scared them. We just started. I scared them off, and we just started. We've only been live for 59 minutes and 38 seconds. It's diabolical. Thank you, Emmy, for the finger hearts. I appreciate you. It's diabolical. While we were waiting on the Trump supporters, I will go ahead and talk about this as well. Remember when I told you guys that Saturday we were going to get our sample packages? The delay from Thursday, by the way. So yesterday we were supposed to get our sample packages. Donald Trump fucked it up. Literally, it was cited literally because of actions in the Middle East. My package was delayed. So Donald Trump is literally affecting my business. Then on one of them, it said Friday. I just double checked it today. My first shipment comes tomorrow. Literally just my fucking Kamala would never cup. My Kamala would never cup comes tomorrow. The next load of merch comes on the 1st. And the last load comes on the 2nd. About a week overdue because of Donald Trump's actions. That's that. W's in the chat. Thank you so much to One Mighty Pen for sending the 10 memberships over on the YouTube side to all 10 of the new DEI members on the YouTube side. I appreciate you guys. You've been sitting in here, and because of that, you were handed stuff you don't deserve. I'm just kidding. Enjoy your memberships. Enjoy your perks. Please make sure you check them out. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to you. And W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $5 super chat. Why do I get the feeling he's going to leave the country as soon as he's out? He's running a pump and dump scheme on the country. Listen, dude trying to start his own peacekeeping force, his international border peace, is questionable enough. His investments that he's made into Argentina and his relationships with them is questionable enough. The fact that Donald Trump said, and if you look at the cover on my YouTube, with his full chest, God bless you. I am polling better in Israel. God bless you. Excuse me. Thank you guys for the gifts. I am polling very well in Israel. 99% in Israel I'm polling. Maybe after this, I will go and run for prime minister there. God bless you. I can play that clip for you guys if you didn't see it. Rumi, did you vote for Trump? Rumi, did you vote for Trump?
What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My phone was in my pocket. No, I did not. I'm sorry.
I got you. You have a brain. I appreciate you. All good. All good. But yeah, your president brags about polling high in Israel, but you guys want to talk to us about AIPAC funding on Democratic side? I think we can all agree AIPAC gotta go. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris never bragged about polling high in Israel and running for prime minister there. That is not a clip you're going to be able to find. You want to talk about Zionism, start with your president. You talked about giving them blank checks to finish the job, strengthening their relationship. Me and Bibi have the best relationship. Me and Bibi are the best of friends. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate you. W's in the chat to you guys. Joe Kent also got to speaking up recently. Friendly reminder: Joe Kent was the director. What's the first official title of the Counterintelligence Center? I believe it's director. If it's not director, you guys get the word I'm trying to say. You guys remember he resigned earlier on into this war because he said he believes Trump was being led by Israel to do it, despite us having no strategic advantage or possible good reason to go there. So homeboy has actually been on a little tour, and he's actually been speaking out against this administration and their actions. We'll play that clip in a moment. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, and we call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Orange, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Thank you, Deputy Director. Thank you guys so much. Deputy Director Joe Kent, he's stepped down. And do you regret your vote?
No, I think Trump is the perfect president for America.
God bless you.
Okay. Why is that? Thank you, Kitty.
Because through his own particular buffoonery and midwittery, he is exposing all of the contradictions of American neoliberalism.
Sure, elaborate.
Trump's foreign military adventures have exposed the American military as a paper tiger. This is the most successful left-wing thing he could have possibly ever done.
Nothing about Donald Trump's actions in the Middle East or left-wing.
Okay, exposing the U.S. military as a paper tiger, as Mao says, isn't a left-wing position.
I've heard the term before. Can you explain what do you mean by a paper tiger?
It means that it's exactly what you would imagine. A tiger looks scary, but is made of paper, so it's ultimately weak. The Mao, talking about the American military as a paper tiger, says that while the American military looks big and strong, it is vulnerable in its like intricate and redundant bureaucracies and corruption.
God bless you.
So it's actually not as effective as they say it is.
Thank you, Kitty. I don't think Donald Trump or Pete Hegseth's embarrassing leadership of our military and their actions is necessarily an example of American military.
God bless you.
We are literally one of
so why are we getting owned by Iran?
The entire world. We
Not
can
better than
even
China's.
argue now that we're holding back somewhat, which I mean is good.
What, that we're not dropping NUKESs on them?
I'm aware of what we're
God bless
dropping
you.
on them, but again, you're basing the American military.
Dude, we
and
could
saying
not
that
win
it's
a ground
weak
invasion in
because
Iran.
of this war with Iran when there literally was no proper direction for the intervention to begin with. Thank you so much, Shauna, for the DJ set, and thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you.
Well, if America
Andrew.
was the strongest military in the world, then they should have no problem with the country as weak as Iran, right?
Sure, if they went
So why are they
full
losing?
scorched earth. Dude made a post about ending an entire civilization, and when he realized how stupid it was and how it would be used back in his face, he walked it back. There are things we
What would it
could
take
do
for America to win
end
a war in Iran?
We would kill everyone, which even Donald Trump isn't that stupid to try. Debbie's in the chat. The Phoenix for the $2
So
super
what
chat.
would
Sweet
it
story,
take to
caller.
win a
You
war in
using
Iran?
Perplexity or Chat GPT?
What would it take to win a war in
Debbie's in the
Iran?
chat to you. What would it take to win a war in Iran? Why are you asking me this question? First off, I don't support
Because
the
I'm gonna
actions in
prove
Iran,
to you that if
and I
the
do not
actions
support
required-
any Republican methods that they're trying to take to win it. I do not think we should have been there to begin with. I'm of the diplomatic route. I don't give a shit about how we quote unquote win the war because we
God
never
bless
should have
you.
been there to begin with. Do you
The
support
State
the
Department
war in
disagrees
Iran?
with you, and they've been playing
I
this
don't
for
care
like
what the State
50
Department
years.
thinks. Do you
Oh,
support
you don't
the war
care?
in Iran?
Of course not.
Okay, then. So why do you want us to win?
No, I'm saying the point is basically you're going to say, well, the only way to win a war in Iran is like a full-on ground invasion, which would be like a draft, etc. Unless we dropped NUKESs on it, at which point that would be such a permanent social disruption in the United States that I think the state would actually collapse. So I think that is literally unwinnable.
But you still support Trump.
I'm saying Trump is an effective figurehead for America right now.
Explain effective.
The revolutionary energy that got him voted from MAGA he is now exposing the state, the Republican Party, the two-party duopoly, as inherently corrupted by private interests because he is not making good on their promises.
Donald Trump is
Now
exposing everyone. He's exposing
Yes.
everyone. We needed a fraudster to come in here and destroy our stance foreign and fuck up our country domestically. And all this exposure is helping us when we elect all these big, bad Republican people into the seats that it may, in some cases, take 10, 20, 30, 50, 60 years to get them out of. And everyone gets fucked over in the process. But we're winning again. We're winning again.
No, hold on.
I am a smart guy who joins TikTok panels and rambles on about things that are inconsequential, or better yet, things that everyone already really fucking knows. And the whole reason why we were voting on people specifically in the midterms election of 2026 is to vote out all of the individuals who have been upholding this American imperialist state that we're talking about.
Keep voting Democrats. I'm sure.
This is really stupid.
I'm sure the Democrats will have your side.
Democrats very
I'm
much
sure
have
the
my side.
Democrats will turn left one day. Even AOC
yes, absolutely.
still funds Israel.
We have leftists in the Democratic Party, and
Bernie
those leftists
Sanders
are the ones who are
Israel.
calling out the actions of not only people in their party, but the large portion of yours that are fucking over this country.
So explain why AOC and Bernie support Israel.
I'm sorry, I'm not a Bernie supporter. And as far as AOC, yes,
aren't they the left wing? Aren't they the left wing?
You're under the belief that leftists do not support like Israel or Jewish people. It's more so the
leftists don't support Israel. It's an ethno state. Why should we support Israel?
Yeah, if you listen closely to the words coming out of my mouth, it's the Israel state. Also, who the fuck? You don't give a fuck about what leftists support. You're not a goddamn leftist. You voted for Donald Trump. You're a communist?
Leninist.
You're a Marxist-Leninist?
Yes.
That's how we handle communists and Marxist-Leninists over here. That's how we handle communists and Marxist-Leninists over here. No disrespect to some of my communist mutuals, and you guys believe what you believe, but in regards to the United States, in regards to voting power, your words, your positions, your opinions are fucking irrelevant. I don't give a shit what communists think because you're sitting at home and supporting Trump because he's quote unquote exposing things that you leftists already know. The fuck? What? I'm gonna waste my time in that conversation. So we're gonna get back to the people who actually have impact on how the country runs, and you can continue to start your book clubs and ramble. W's in the chat to Wesley Pillow for the $5 super chat, struggling to figure out which is the baby in the background and which is the guest. Hi, Hector.
God bless you.
I don't know what that means. I'm confused. Is there something I'm not getting? Is there something I'm not getting, Wesley? I think there's something I'm missing with that comment, Wesley. Thank you so much, Angie, for the drum pop. I appreciate you. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to you. Yeah, I've never seen that gift before. That one was pretty cool. That one was pretty cool. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Oh, I got it. I get it now. Sometimes I have my little moments, guys. So listen, literally, when I'm in the zone, I literally tune out stuff. Like that baby didn't exist to me. I was only worried about his argument. I heard the baby. I acknowledged the baby in my mind, but in context of the conversation, that baby was irrelevant to me. Better yet, maybe you should be a good father. Instead of coming up here crying about commie bullshit, you should have been taking care of your fucking kid. Maybe you should have been doing that. Maybe that baby, I think that baby deserves a better father. I'm not saying communists are bad parents. I know exceptional communists. I'm just saying, maybe if you spent less time in those stupid books and like actually took care of your kids, you'd be better off. W's in the chat to Emmy for the $2 Venmo. This asshat was just on Marley's live. He's a fucking idiot. Yeah. I just don't know what I'm about to get. People are going to hate me for what I'm about to say. It's fine. So nothing, it's kind of like non-voters, which to be fair, here on this platform, we do have some leeway for non-voters. If you're a non-voter and you want to call in, I will actually engage with you despite the topic being about Trump because we want to get you to vote. However, it's kind of like how non-voters circulate political lives day in, day out, consume all of their content, and then when they do get up on these panels, they just want to talk and cry about how voting doesn't matter and everything is rigged. Okay. First off, that's wrong. Secondly, then why are you here? If you believe that voting is rigged, Jacob, shut up. Are you a Trump supporter? Shut up. If you believe that voting is rigged and none of it matters, then you'd believe people like me and everyone else are stupid and delusional, whatever else. And you don't necessarily come up here to like actually help anyone because you don't know anything about the voting process. Most of the time, non-voters, when they call in to argue that you're ridiculous for caring about how these policies impact yourselves, your neighbors, so on and so forth, they get cooked, right? No, I do not believe accelerationists are communists. That's not what I'm saying.
God bless you.
Not in the slightest. W's in the chat. Thank you so much, Valerie, for the happy Friday. I appreciate you. So it's people who don't believe in the process, who will engage in the lives where we're talking about said process, just to cry about how they don't believe in a process that's been working effectively for certain groups of people, and especially when certain groups of people don't engage for over the last 60 years. What is the point of that? What is the point of me engaging with someone who believes that all of this is stupid?
God bless you.
Because 77 million people thought it was very smart. 77 million people, well, a sliver of the 77 million people are getting exactly what they voted for. The mass deportation agenda, which helps this country be predominantly white, supporting white supremacist ideologies. The individuals who wanted women to have less rights to their own bodily autonomy. The individuals who just needed a white guy to check the darkies because the black people were getting too much dip on their chip. Those people are getting exactly what they want right now. Those people understood the significance of voting. So I'll be damned if I sit up here and argue with other people about how none of this shit matters, when my life was better off under the previous administration. I ain't got time for that shit, bro. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Make sure you're double tapping that screen, show the algorithm want to be here, but also check out the links in the bio for the best ways to support. Whether you want to send a donation at Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Hector Talks with 2 R's, or PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's, or follow me on the social medias, join the Discord, get yourself some merch off the merch site. Also, business inquiries. I actually forgot about this. Someone hit me up on my email. I have my email in the bio if the DNC wants to pay me. So I'm not sure how many of you guys saw my latest video, but my latest video that I uploaded to my profile was an independent that I was speaking to who voted for Trump. It was actually one of my favorite videos because it was one where the goal of the video wasn't to cook or wasn't to get someone in a gotcha or anything like that. It was just we were just having a conversation, and he legitimately believed that the reason why gas prices and energy prices were so high under the Biden administration is because of their green energy policies. So, fun fact, if you guys didn't know this, and I'm not going to spoil the whole video, but basically I did a little breakdown. I showed him the numbers that showed that he literally had more drilling done than Trump. So if you're saying drilling, he wouldn't be referencing the what you call it, the Green New Deal. He'd be talking about the stuff we passed in Congress here, but which essentially would be the Inflation Reduction Act. But anyway, yeah, that's what he believed. Green policy stopped it. So if Biden drilled more than Trump, and Trump, who drilled less, had record low gas prices, and Biden, who drilled more, had record high gas prices, clearly there are other factors that control gas. So you putting it up on green energy, especially considering that it's cleaner and it's cheaper. There's a good bit of research I did today as well. Texas has 30% windmill energy. We're fueled 30% by windmills, right? And all the people going, oh, it's a waste of money. It takes all this stuff to do it. No, it's not. It's infinitely cheaper to start a windmill farm than an oil refinery because of the permits, because of the initial capital investments that you have to put into it, maintenance, so on and so forth. Versus once you set up a windmill farm, you pay for the electricity, you're good. Because your source is every storm, right? That's it. Problem solved. But in the video, I'll snitch this. I'll tell this part to y'all. In the video, he was like, yo, these things cost so much money on the concrete you have to pour in stuff. And that's what made me actually go look at the average cost. It's crazy cheap in comparison to oil refineries. It's crazy cheap to start a windmill farm. Texas understands that, despite being GOP as hell. Texas understands that. Hence why 30% of our energy and moving forward is going to be based off of windmills. And then they deny everything else. Anyway, Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, we call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. W's in the chat to Wesley, who sent the $5 super chat to say, my father, rest in peace, used to say you can be a communist or socialist, but you still have to vote for someone who can win. So vote for the party closest. Yeah. And a lot of the communists that I know in my life, very intelligent, much smarter than me, actually, intelligent, well-respected people, they understood the assignment in the 2024 election. They're understanding the assignment in these midterms. Because what's the point of just sitting out? If you're a communist or you want the country to be more socialist, which those are two different things, by the way, then you would vote for the people who can at least get you somewhat close there. If this person's upholding capitalism, but they're still for more safety nets under the system of capitalism, that's still moving the needle. Right? Technically, right? Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. And I'm tired of telling people this as well, especially when it comes to socialism specifically. Donald Trump ran off of a couple socialist policies, basically. He ran off of a ton of socialist policies. He just didn't call it socialism, and everyone ate it up. You don't have to like him, but he gets the job done. Edward, would you like to elaborate? I sent you the invite. I keep hearing a bunch of people tell me he got things done. I'm always curious as to what. Edward, clearly you voted for Trump. Is that a sufficient assumption?
No, that's correct.
Cool. And do you regret your vote?
No, not at all. I mean, this is more than once. And of course, the other one, everybody could throw it up in the air whether he had won it or not. But evidence that was shown from fake voters, dead people, and so on and so forth, he probably could have been president.
Do you have the opportunity to speak more into your microphone or get to an area where there isn't so much background noise? Or at least speak louder.
I don't know. You know what? It's going to be kind of hard because I'm very next to a very big building. But anyway, I do appreciate your chance. I think I'm at, I have like 10 minutes before I get back in. I'm going to go ahead and follow you in there. I like the way you approach things, one way or another. But yeah, no, definitely we do not. I think that one last comment you read was...
Thank you, Paris.
One last comment that you made in there earlier that you just read was nail on the head. It is what it is. He gets something done. People don't like him. Fine. You don't have to agree with him. Fine. But there's a lot of positive, and there's more positive than there is negative.
Sure.
So anyway, with that
you said he gets the job done. Can you give me one metric of a job he's getting done?
Well, for now, close the borders.
God bless
that
you.
only took a snap of a finger. And what the other president, he was giving go around, no, Congress, blah, blah, blah. And everybody on the left were like, no, it's more complicated. He getting in there.
God bless you.
Snapped a finger, and he was close.
Yeah. Donald Trump, the majority of Donald Trump's actions when it comes to the U.S.-Mexico border has been through executive orders. Joe Biden's been the legislative candidate and president for the last 50 years. Do you know the difference between legislation being passed in Congress and executive orders?
Well, I don't know the details, but what I do know is that the same way that the Biden went, which was even a lot worse, using that computer pen thing. I mean, it's even worse because this one does it most of the time, not all the time, most of the time in an environment where everybody's looking. He signed things, and if you want to compare whether one side or the other, Biden, everything that was passed was just written, reported, opposed to Trump being on the desk around people. Here it is.
Okay.
Sign it.
Yeah. So
yeah,
the difference
I don't know
between
the
executive orders and legislation being passed in Congress is one is a permanent solution.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a whiz at it.
Sure,
but
what I'm telling you the difference. One is a permanent solution, which means it is legal for one, and it's upheld, allocates the right funding, on the right manpower, so on and so forth. And the other would just be under the direction of that president at the time. If said executive order violates the Constitution, which many of his orders have already found to do so, they can be blocked by lower courts and then the Supreme Court, which we've had a few already go up there. And then I don't think getting the encounters down, because it's not crossings, we don't track crossings, getting the encounter rate down low to numbers that Joe Biden was already doing from 2023 onwards because of fear mongering and shooting people.
No, I mean, I don't put any words
effective
'cause,
way
you know,
to change any of that.
I see your
Hi,
point,
Lainey.
and it's definitely right, but then everybody throws it into, because then if you want to put it in that perspective, I mean, how many? You're the guy with the fact. How many times did Biden did executive orders that you never seen, that no one's ever seen, yet they were passed?
Every single executive order pass is documented.
No. Well,
and
of
can be
course,
researched.
passed, but you never seen it. We never seen it. Everybody
What do you mean
seen what
we've
they
never
seen
seen
was
it?
that pen thing. Well, what I'm saying is that President Trump shows most of the time, I didn't say all, most of the time where he's on a desk with people. What you're saying that what Biden did, even through executive order, the same way, was always by
Biden
the
did
time
not
everybody
utilize
mentioned.
executive orders the same
Well,
way. That's the whole
it was
point.
never on a desk. This is why the deal with that pen was an issue, and it's correct too, because nobody knew who was under the control of it.
What?
You know,
Nobody knew who was under control of what?
well, of course, because nobody's seen who used the pen. Is that pen thing was,
The
anybody
auto
wanted something
pen?
passed? Yeah, the auto
Are you aware
pen,
of the fact
exactly.
that the auto pen has been authorized and used by every president for
Every
the
single-
last
well,
several
Agreed.
years, including
Agreed, but
Donald Trump on vacation?
And where was he at?
Where was he at?
Yeah, I think if you're talking about
I
being
don't remember the
recent, it's-
location specifically, but even when the president of the United States is
exactly, there you go.
outside the
Well,
United States and other regions, he
if
can
it's
authorize
outside,
the auto pen.
he-
He's used it
well,
himself.
Exactly. You said it yourself. God bless you. But see, most of what we know is that when President Trump goes out of the U.S. to take care of business, and every single time he keeps going out is either to visit China, the Xi, whatever guy, or take care of economic stuff. Not out there for vacationing like Biden did. Where we seen the pictures, him being in the beach.
Okay,
I
don't know what pictures you're talking
that's a
about, but
vacation.
also I'm not
We
sitting here. I don't
yes,
criticize
yes, you
the
have. I'm
presidents
sure.
for taking
No, sir.
vacations and
That is- no.
authorizing things
no,
with
no,
the
no.
auto pen
That's
unless
what
they're
I'm
doing
saying.
a god awful
I
job.
separated the difference between what you said, vacation, quote unquote, and me saying that the president goes out and takes care of economic stuff. You never seen President Trump on the beach laying on the thing.
We literally have a record of all the golfing trips he's taken since coming back into the Oval Office.
Well, one thing is when he owns the place, not taking a vacation. That's a different.
No,
And he
not
wasn't-
just at places like Mar-a-Lago where he owns.
He owns a lot of the places. He's supposed to be there.
Owning them or not doesn't change the fact that you frequently spend a lot of time golfing and posting nonsense on Truth Social over actually getting Congress and Republicans and Democrats in Congress together to pass legislation that is permanent for the benefit of the majority of Americans.
Well, I mean, it's still, if he wasn't on Trump's like Biden did, it's definitely not the same. Period.
No, Joe Biden and Donald
Yes,
Trump
it
are
is.
not the same.
No.
They are incomparable
Exactly.
presidents. One rules by authoritarianism, the other via diplomacy and votes.
Let's put it your perspective. If what you call that word, if that was the case, Kings or whatever, nobody would be outside protesting. Because then, whoo, a snap of a finger, he says, none of you do that. If that was
Authoritarianism.
the
I'm
case-
sorry. No, you don't have to be fucking Hitler to be an authoritarian or authoritarian leaning.
no. I
You
think
guys
you already
watered
put-
down the impacts of
You
fascism
see,
just because
we're
he's not
criticizing-
completely suppressing things.
we're
We
criticizing
do live in a
facts. I didn't
democracy
say-
where you can't just fully roll out
We
anything.
did not bring color. You did. Man, that's so racism on your part, bro.
I'm sorry, what?
And I'm
What the
saying,
fu-
bro,
what did I
because
say
I'm
about color?
Mexican, you're
I'm
black.
sorry. Wait, what did I say about color?
You said German. You said German. He isn't German. He's an American.
German isn't a color.
Well, German. You put it in the sense where he's a German. No, he ain't.
I
not.
didn't say
He's
he
an
was
American.
German. I said you don't
So
have to
how-
be Hitler to be authoritarian or authoritarian leaning.
It's still wrong to be putting that in a single sentence to the thing where we're putting in there. I didn't say none of that. about
No,
Biden.
I was
don't like
saying
guy.
that to make a
Look,
point. The
and
point,
you see
hey,
the-
my guy,
Okay,
the
great.
point
Okay,
was
fine.
The point was, just because you're not arming a militia to go out here and kill every single person who disagree with you and throw people in chambers doesn't change an action from being authoritarian or authoritarian leaning. You guys reduce fascists and fascism just because it's not comparable to Mussolini and other people. Suppressing the media, weaponizing the military or ICE departments to harm Americans, justifying their acts despite every law proving that they were wrong. In the cases of Jonathan Ross, those things are fascist. Those things are authoritarian leaning. Withholding justice from victims via the Epstein files because you are implicated in them, or protecting your friends who are lobbying the government. That is fascism as well. That is authoritarian. Ultimate rule, bragging about wanting to be a king or a dictator for a day, that is authoritarian.
Whatever. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, buddy. I agree. I'll just take your side. This way, we don't get off the whole thing. Great. I'll take that back. There you go. But nevertheless, he's still your president. Biden was my president. I didn't like him. I didn't have to like him.
Why didn't you like Biden?
He's still the president. That's it, bro.
Why didn't you like Biden?
Well, first, he left side, far leftists lied all about his state of mind.
Yes,
everybody
he was an old
knew
man.
it.
Donald Trump is old too.
Everybody knew it.
Everyone knew he was old.
Was like, hey, heads up. And then not only that, you know what? I don't even blame him.
First off,
I'm blaming
there's
the
a difference
people.
between
I blame
leftists,
the
especially
people.
far leftists and Democrats.
You tell me.
They don't correlate.
You tell me when you're done, and then I'll have my turn. You ask me a question, I'm gonna answer.
Well, I'm telling you, you said
done.
Biden far left is a far leftist said that he was in his right mind. That's not true.
All right. Here, let me soften those words so it doesn't hurt you. People on the Democratic side all knew. There you go. I'm still gonna say the same message. They all knew that he had problems with his mind.
They all knew that he was old. Yes.
No, it's not about being old. It's being conscious of what he was doing. And later, even the doctor threw, everybody could be old, like a crapple. I have my grandmother 102. He could be old, but you know what? She knows exactly what she was doing. He didn't, and everybody knew it, and they hid it. The doctor spoke up. And that was a fact, not a feeling, not a word, not a little.
What doctor are you talking about?
There was a doctor that took that continuity test, whatever thing, and they lied about it. Look, I'm not gonna give you names because I'm not good at names. I'm not a wizard like yourself. You know a lot of stuff. But that's what happened. That's a fact. You could twist it around however you want. That is exactly what happened.
The most you can say is that one of his doctors was in Congress, and upon being asked certain questions, they just refused to answer it to protect the presidency.
Well, I don't know names, bro.
There is no doctor who worked alongside Joe Biden, to my knowledge, that came out and said Biden's messed up and everyone hid it from the world, blah blah blah. Because then, if I'm going to go with that, which to be clear, the U.S. government, and people are not going to like what I'm about to say. You lefties are not going to like what I'm about to say. America does have some form of responsibility to protect the image of the president.
It doesn't matter.
So there's that.
It doesn't matter.
Donald Trump is clearly not well. I do hope you understand that. We can look at what's happening with his harm to the point where he's wearing makeup to cover up his bruises because he said he bumped his hand, and now we long know that was a bold-faced lie. His mental decline shows clearly when he's standing, stalling, looking around and stuff, when he goes on his senseless rambles, not only on the public, but on Truth Social at wee hours of the night. We can talk about the diaper that this man is wearing. He would also be an old fart who is losing his damn mind based off the absolute nonsense he touts around. But you don't have the same energy for him. I would say here, none of them should have been president of the United States after a certain point. The difference is I didn't vote for Joe Biden in the 2024 election. I voted for Kamala Harris.
Now you say something logical. I agree with that one, buddy.
Oh, let me be clear because I don't like that clap. Let me be clear. If Kamala Harris didn't step up, and Joe Biden was to go all the way to November, and there was to be another Biden-Harris ticket, I would have proudly voted for sleepy Joe Biden because he would have kicked the bucket. Kamala Harris would have stepped up and ran the presidency over the nut job that is Donald Trump and J.D. Vance.
I'll bring something up that you might be interested in. If that's the case, check this out. And it was, I'm pretty sure you might have heard it. Now, this is how it goes. Vice runs for president. Trump runs for vice. He could run for vice, not for president. Vince steps down. Guess who's president?
You can't run for you can't run for
Yes,
vice president.
No, for vice he could, not for president.
You can't
for vice,
run for a vice presidency. Vice presidents are chosen.
Exactly.
And I do not believe you can do that either.
No. You missed the point. The point is that if the president, for some reason, steps down, look at it. It's in the Constitution, matter of fact. They made it to make sure that that could happen. If the president steps down, the vice steps up. You even said it yourself for Kamala. That would also happen. He would be back in office.
No.
Yes, he can.
No.
It was a no. Look.
No.
Do your research. There was a
for
guy
the 12th and the 22nd Amendment. No.
There is a clause in there. And the guy
for the 12th,
and I want to be wrong too.
And the 22nd Amendment.
I'll let you.
God bless you.
The guy.
Thank you, Carrie, for the shiny air balloons. W's to you.
No, the guy who I heard it from was from some university.
Is this the same guy where you
thing?
heard the doctor say that Trump was incompetent, Biden was incompetent?
No. This was a law person, not a doctor person. It was a law guy who went through the thing and said, "Yeah, can this happen?"
These TikTok lawyers are
explained
getting out of hand, bro.
I mean, with cheap but better words than the minds. But that's doable, bro. And that's what it is.
Woo, these TikTok lawyers are getting out of hand, bro.
I'm telling you, look for that video. And I'm not, you twisted it.
Yeah, I don't need a video to tell me what the Constitution says.
It was a professor. It was a professor of law. And he went through the whole thing and he says, yeah, there is a loophole there. Do you think that Trump is over the head one step? Do you think he didn't see that?
Yeah, again, whatever personal opinion of some content creator sharing how he thinks it can happen doesn't work.
God bless you.
And it wasn't a feeling and it wasn't a name. He went through the whole thing and made it so that yes, he can. Definitely can.
Sure, and you can't
Well,
cite
I'm gonna let
right?
you're a great guy. You know what? The only part I like from you is that you go through the whole thing. Do your research, check that out, see what's up. Anyway, I gotta run in, clock back in. I appreciate you.
Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. I remember like late last year, I watched a video. It was actually a leftist or someone on the left, excuse me, a Democrat, whatever, who was talking about how Donald Trump could technically, through some loophole, blah, 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 run for a third term. And then I remember that person getting eaten up in the fucking comments. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I can go to the exact breakdown or whatnot, but I feel like the 12th and 22nd Amendment are clear. So there's that. Y'all gotta stop. So this is something I was actually watching a fantastic video on by Dr. Keisha. And I want you guys to apply this even to me. Don't let followers get you fucked up. Just because someone got a bunch of followers don't mean they know what the fuck they're talking about, including me. Okay? You can verify what I'm saying. You can verify what I'm saying and then go, okay, that's true. This guy is knowledgeable. But do not look at followers as some indicator of them being fucking smart. Thank you so much, Val, for the Starlight Scepter. I appreciate you.
Call from.
Correct.
Caller, you're on the line. Hold for one moment. Thomas, you on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
And do you agree? Haven't I talked to you before?
Yep.
Okay. We prioritize people I haven't talked to. All right, caller, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah. What's up, man?
And do you, what's up? You regret your vote?
Yeah, no, I voted for Trump. Did you vote for Democrats?
I voted for Madam Vice President or previous Madam Vice President Kamala Harris in the 2024 election, yes.
Really? So you supported Democrats and liberals saying that men can magically become women?
Nope. That's not what any of them said.
Yep.
Hold for
And
one
you
moment.
claim
W's
to
in the
be-
chat
you
to
claim
Sean
that
Green for the
Greek
$5.
science
I said,
and-
hold on. W's in the chat to Sean for the $5 super chat. This is discouraging to see how many of them still slave out for this guy and triple down. Yeah, at this point, that's the part that kills me.
Triple down for
Imagine what they
men
do in 2
thinking
to
that they
3
can be
years.
women.
W's in the chat to you, Sean. W's in the chat to the One Mighty Pen for the $5 super chat. Not to mention having the government pay you for the Secret Service accommodations. He's making so much money off of his golfing. That part is crazy. Every single time Donald Trump wants to go golfing, we got to pay for it through the Secret Service. Now, again, I'm not saying, my guy, I'm about to get to you. My guy, I'm about to get to you. 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm simply saying, I'm not saying, Donald Trump or any president can't take vacations. It's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying the amount you're taking and how we're using that money is kind of fucking crazy, especially considering you're a little billionaire. W's in the chat.
God bless you.
Thank you so much to Val for the heart hood. Thank you so much. That's such a cute gift. I appreciate you. W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $2 super chat. I don't remember Biden having a diaper. That part is true. He may need one now. Rip Biden. Anyways, back to you. Democrats do not believe that men can play in women's
Can
sports.
magically become
Democrats
women.
believe that
Did
trans
you not,
women.
Did you not promote that for the last 6 years?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
What's the definition of a woman?
The definition of a woman, specifically, you're talking about Oxford. It would be a quote.
No, I'm
human
talking
female.
about the definition, the actual.
My guy. What did I just say? What did I just say?
The definition of a woman. You didn't fucking say that. You
I
tried
literally
to
did.
explain my
I literally
question.
did. I literally did.
What'd you say?
If you listen, you would have heard me. I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, say it again, Princess.
And I'm going
One
to
more
need
time,
you
real
to
slow,
keep it
so I can hear it,
shut
since I'm so
until I'm
stupid.
finished. Thanks. So, if we're looking at the Oxford definition of a woman, historically throughout history, it's been described as a quote-unquote adult human female. We understand because of human beings, it has been limited to someone with XX or XY chromosomes used to distinguish males between females, which we've associated with men and women. But there's a difference
men
between
have
sex
children?
and gender.
God bless you.
Can men have gender? Can men?
Trans women, if they have not gone through the
Sorry, I thought
surgery.
you hung up there on me for a second there, honey. Can men have children?
What?
Can men have children?
Trans men could if they haven't gone through the surgery.
Okay.
Yes.
So hey, what's the difference between a trans man and a man? Because
a trans man is an individual who would assign themselves or their gender identity would mark a man, and then a man would be typically a cis man who identifies with his cishood.
So is this pseudoscience? This really,
No, it's not.
This is a pseudoscience.
You want to talk about science when you're the one who are conflating
This is
sex
a
with gender.
pseudoscience.
Can you tell me the difference between sex and
I literally have a degree
gender?
in criminal justice, criminology, and genetics. This is
Oh,
a
do you
pseudoscience.
now? Interesting, fascinating.
Yeah, this
so
is a
since you have
pseudoscience,
these big
Princess.
degrees, can you tell me the difference between sex and gender?
Sex is a biological term that is defined by your genetics, XX and XY chromosome, and the determination if you can have the possibility of having a child or producing sperm. If you don't have it, it doesn't really matter. You can't change your gender. It's a made-up ideology that mental... Hold on. Since you're on...
There's a lot of words not to describe the difference between sex and gender for a guy who has all these degrees. I'm still waiting, though.
I'm playing
I just want to let you know I'm enjoying this thoroughly as a homeschool dropout. It never ceases to amaze me as a homeschool dropout how much more I know than allegedly college-educated Trump supporters. But keep going.
The definition of a man or a woman, dude.
Bro, I literally did!
You are giving me pseudoscience.
I literally did. You stopped me in the middle of of me giving you the definition that you wanted. You stopped me. You know what happens right now, my guy? Do you know what happens right now if you Google? You know what happens if you Google right now the definition of a man? What happens when you Google the definition of a man right now?
The definition of a man.
What happens when you Google it? What will it show you? What will it show you?
Oh yeah, show me, princess.
Well, I'm asking you. What will it show you? College educated, bro. Bro, I'm asking you to put your degree to work. Tell me what happens when you look up right now the definition of a man or woman. What will it tell you?
Look it up online or go in my study and look in my textbook.
Online would only pull up what we've established.
Online. Oh, with Google or with Wikipedia. You use those in your study. Those were not accepted in college, motherfucker. None of that. No, Wikipedia. What is not accepted in a college study? Your little pseudoscience means nothing. Men and trans women are equal. Really? How about we go look at genetics?
Why are you so mad?
Is this all just theoretical to you? Theoretical? Because men can be women.
Sir,
Yeah, with a feeling,
let's
right?
have a conversation, man. Let's have a conversation, man. Let's have a conversation.
You didn't even know what Klinefelter syndrome is.
Hey, man, listen. I understand it's hard.
You
I know it's hard. I know it's
What
hard,
is
okay?
Klinefelter syndrome?
So the purpose of me asking you to
What
look
is
up the
Klinefelter
definition of
syndrome?
man
Give me the
and woman
definition.
is
Give me the
because when you
definition
look up the
of Klinefelter
definition
syndrome.
of man and woman, it's going to show you a
Klinefelter
definition
syndrome? You're
commonly used
misconfusing
from
Klinefelter
Oxford.
syndrome with men and women?
Oxford
definition of man and women.
Dictionary.
Klinefelter syndrome.
That is
That's
exactly the definition I gave you, but you stopped me because you didn't like it, because you thought you knew what I was going to say, and then you were thrown off when I said everything that you didn't think I was going to say. It's going to tell you that the definition of a woman is going to be aligned with sex, but we understand because we have brains now and we're infinitely smarter than our ancestors, or at least some of us are infinitely smarter than our ancestors, the difference between sex and gender. The problem is you, up to this point, have not told me, Mr. Gender Study Degree, what the definition of sex or the difference between sex and gender is. So would you like to do that now?
Versus what biological sex is? What's the
A
fucking
what?
problem?
What? I'm sorry. What? What do you say?
What's acceptable in the court of law? Is it gender or is it sex? Because I think gender is misconstrued as a fucking.
W's in
Is it
the
a
chat
theory?
to
Or
Melvin
not
for the
a
$2
fact,
super chat. This is
Princess?
so tiring. Please shut the fuck up with your phobia. They always hit with the phobias, bro. It's the brainless phobia for me. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Sean Green for the $2 super chat. I would have voted for a raw meatloaf before Trump. Listen, man. Listen, man. You would have had a fucking expiring plate of meatloaf doing press briefings on a daily basis, and I would have voted for that over goddamn Donald Trump. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Taffy for the $10 super chat. Ask caller why gender can't have another definition outside of biology. Well, because biology would focus mostly on sex. That's why. He doesn't know the difference, though. Then follow up by asking him if a year means a calendar year or a block of 365 days. Hey. Does a year mean a calendar year, or is it a block of 365 days?
Who came up with that calendar year? Who came up with that calendar year? Who was that?
That's a question.
No, I'm asking you. Who came up with that calendar year? What church? What church actually came up with the 365 days?
I'm having fun.
What was that? Was that Buddha?
Deb's in the chat to Molly for the $5 PayPal. Caller must have gotten his degrees from Trump University. Keep cooking these MAGA cucks. Did you get your thing from Trump University?
It kind of sounds like you support Muhammad.
Oh shit! What did I do? Oh shit! Hold on.
Rapist.
Wait a goddamn minute. I messed up my screen, bro.
Pedophilic rapist. Hold on. Don't tell me to hold it.
What did I do? Shit! Hold on, guys. I pressed something and I fucked my stuff up. There it is. I'm back. Okay. I'm sorry. What are you rambling on about? Did you say pedophilic racist?
No, I said Muhammad was a pedophilic rapist.
Oh, but you like pedophilic rapists.
And he was homophobic.
You like pedophilic racists. Why?
No.
Are you now knocking pedophilic racists?
Muhammad was a pedophilic rapist.
I mean, okay, sure. Keep that same energy. Why did you vote for a pedophilic rapist? And racist, by the way. Why did you vote for a pedophilic rapist?
I would never vote for a Muslim.
You would never vote for a Muslim. So, you only care about pedophilic racists, allegedly. Whatever, I don't give a fuck about Muhammad. I don't give a fuck. You only care about pedophilic rapists when they're Muslim. Ooh, that sounds great, buddy.
I care about a religion.
Hey, what state do you live in?
That ideologizes.
What state do you live in?
Pedophilic rapist.
What state do you live in?
What age was Keisha?
Who's Keisha? I don't give a fuck about Keisha. What state do you live in?
Keisha. What age was?
What state do you live in, my guy?
What age was?
What state do you live in, my guy? I don't know why you're sitting here trying to argue against this shit with me. I don't give a fuck about any of this. What state
6 years old
do
or 9
you live in?
Why would I give you my fucking location?
I'm in the state of Texas, chicken shit. What state do you live in?
What's
I'm in the state of Texas. What state do you live in, chicken shit?
Who gives a flying fuck?
I do.
Oklahoma, Missouri, Florida, Tennessee. What's it matter?
You know what? It's definitely one of those states. That tracks. W's in the chat to Anonymous for the $5 super chat. Venmo, excuse me, for the laugh at the cis man since he got his degrees and shit. Right! Got his degrees and shit. This is how he acts, bro. Guys. I strongly suggest.
You're in a cult.
Wait, hold on.
You can't even
what was the
think for
date
your
that I
fucking
put this
self,
up?
dude.
Okay,
What's
this came after. No, this came before the pool, guys. This came before the pool. The pool is now up. Drop pool is now up 50. Please make sure you hit the links in the bio. This was before, so it's not counting. So, sir, Mr. Big Degree and shit. And since you don't want to tell me what state you live in, I'm just going to assume it's a red state because that makes sense. You don't have the right to complain about pedophilic rapists when you support a pedophilic rapist on a daily basis.
Oh my God! Did Biden have the Epstein files for 4 years?
Biden did not have the Epstein files for 4 years. Yep.
Real quick,
I'm answering your question. No, I'm answering your question. So Biden did not have the Epstein files for 4 years. So Biden. Wait, Mr. Big Degree. Are you under Mr. Big Degree? Mr. Big Degree. Mr. Big Degree. Mr. Big Degree. You do understand that Biden having the three branches of government does not mean that he has powers over independent agencies, or at least powers and abilities that he's willing to utilize, because things like the FBI and the DOJ are actually separate from the executive branch, and they're not supposed to interfere as much as they have been. But Donald Trump is so corrupt in protecting himself that he's way too invasive in independent agencies. Remember that? Yeah. So you're not answering any of mine. So fuck you. So listen, my guy. Do you remember when the FBI, the DOJ, and other departments were independent before the president of the United States started weaponizing it? Do you remember that time? I remember that time. That was just about every single year up until 2025. And during those times, people were doing their jobs. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have already answered time and time again as to all the reasons why they did not get involved with the release of the Epstein files, because it wasn't their fucking job.
Really? Was he not in charge of the Justice Department as president of the United States?
He's not.
Really? Who's in charge? Who's in charge of the Justice Department of the United
Whoever
States?
is appointed by because it is an independent agency.
So who was in charge from 2012 to 2024, motherfucker?
2012 to 2024. How much did they go through in that time period?
2020 to 2024.
2020 to 2024. What's this? Why am I mixing up?
Joe?
Hold on.
Was it Sleepy Joe?
I don't know why I keep mixing up Mayorkas. Hold on. No, that was DHS. Hold on. Who the fuck was
Sleepy Joe?
Who the fuck was
Was it the rapist?
Why am I blanking right now, guys? Holy shit. Let me see. Hold on.
A bunch of pedophile cult members. Why would we ever trust your opinion or your criticism ever?
Biden. Okay. Yep. Fuck! Oh my God! Garland! Holy shit! I cannot believe I blanked on that. So check this out. Remember when you said it was Joe Biden? It's Merrick Garland. Would you like me to look up the FBI as well and see how wrong you are there?
What, that the president of the United States wasn't in charge of the judicial system? Is that what you're going to look up?
Wait, what did you just say?
That the president of the United States was not in charge of the judicial system from 2020 to 2024? Is that what you're saying? Was it some random elected official, or was that a appointed official?
I need to know right now where you got your degrees. I need you to tell me right fucking now where you got your degrees, bro.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your degrees, bro?
I got them in
Where
Kansas.
did you get your degrees?
I got them in Kansas.
Yeah! I need listen. This is
master's
my guy. This isn't the debate.
You know what? Here,
you haven't been tracking the conversation. I've told you exactly what I am. I'll answer that. I will tell you. I already told you. I have no problem repeating myself, but I need to get this out. I need listen. The contention. My guy. Listen to me. American to American. American to American, the contention needs to stop right now. We have a bigger issue at hand. We have a bigger issue at hand right now, my guy. I'm going to tell you what the bigger... I'm not going to engage in what you're trying to do right now until I'm done, okay? Once I'm done, I'm going to engage with you. So hear me out. The big problem that we have right now isn't my education, isn't this conversation, is nothing. The big problem that we have right now is that you graduated from a university in Kansas and you don't know shit. I need you to go to Kansas right now. I don't know where you live. Go back to Kansas right now. Walk straight to the office of the university, the administrator's office, and I need you to get your money back. I need you to tell those motherfuckers, you motherfuckers robbed me. You robbed me. I joined or called in on a TikTok panel, and I called in on this TikTok panel one day on the number 737-295-5321, and I started debating a homeschool dropout. That's correct, a homeschool dropout. And when I started debating this homeschool dropout, I realized I didn't know shit about fuck. And that is unacceptable because I am thousands of dollars in debt, that the Trump administration is going to start garnishing from my wages starting July the 1st unless I pick a payment plan, and I don't feel right getting money taken out of my paychecks when I don't know shit about fuck. I need you to take care of that situation, bro. American to American, get your money back. Please. Please.
You figure out the situation between a male and a female, because my God, why would we ever take your...
You're the one who still can't tell me the difference between sex and gender. That's you. I gave you the definition. What are we doing?
Dude, it's a pseudoscience. You don't even know what pseudoscience is. What's pseudoscience?
W's in the chat to Demian for the $5 Venmo. MAGA men are the biggest bitches in America. They are a dying breed, thankfully. They're a dying breed who are getting robbed by institutions. It's crazy. W's in the chat to Leap Luradun for the $2 Venmo. The caller's name is Norm. He's a massage therapist.
Hey, pseudoscience.
Wait, hold on. Is your name Norm?
Pseudoscience. Hold on. Pseudoscience princess.
Is your name Norm?
Hold on. What? I can't hear you. There's a plane going over.
Is your name Norm?
No, princess.
Your name is not Norm?
No.
No?
No, it's not.
Okay. So you're not a massage therapist and DJ?
Oh my God. No.
So you don't go around the debate spaces and are insufferable?
No, I don't. And if you want to look up my information,
Leah, he says his name is not Norm.
AR-15,
he says he's not a massage therapist and a DJ. His words. His words, Leah. I'm just telling you what he said. I have no idea who he is. What I do know is that he needs to get his motherfucking money back from that university. That's that part I do know. Not the goddamn slur. Not the fucking slur. W said to chat to Dean for the $2 Venmo. If caller would shut the fuck up, he might track the conversation. The president is not in charge of the judiciary. The DOJ is not part of the judiciary. Bro. You can't call back. Listen closely to the YouTube stream. You slurred and you're not risking my platform. Stop slurring. Stop slurring when you guys are getting fucking cooked. Engage in the conversation. Stop fucking slurring. Jesus Christ. W's in the chat to Phoenix Eye for the $2 super chat. Caller.exe is shutting down. Crash imminent. W's in the chat to you, Phoenix. W's in the chat to Melvin for the $5 super chat. This man is a byproduct of our education system. Man is clueless. This bro said Joe Biden was over the FBI and the DOJ and they're in the judicial branch. Hold on. He keeps calling back. Okay, hold on. Chat. We need to pray. I'm not religious, but we're going to pray, okay? We're going to pray a prayer. Give me a second. Oh, guys, I am not that smart. And Trump supporters make me feel like a fucking Einstein on a daily basis, bro. On a daily basis. Hold on. We need to pray. We need to pray. We need to rinse that unintelligent juju out from the stream, okay? We need to rinse that out. Give me a second. Dear Lord, Buddha, Hecate, whoever's listening, I ask one simple request. Grant me the confidence of an ignorant white man. Lord, I've seen your powers in real time. I have seen the glory of an incompetent, uneducated, but arrogant white man. And I think to myself in these times, if I had that confidence, maybe I'd be a millionaire. Lord, give me a little piece. Just a little piece. Just a little piece. My guy, stop calling in. You slurred. You're not risking my platform. I will not be speaking to you again. At least not today. You can call back tomorrow to defend your fake ass fucking degrees. W's in the chat to Sean. Yo, this is what happens when I sleep. I'm fucking on one today. W's in the chat to Sean for the $5 super chat. What did he major in? Making toast? It wasn't history or politics. That's my favorite. That's my favorite super chat so far. Sean, that's my favorite super chat so far. We typically do little random competitions of my favorite donations and super chats. Sean is whooping all of you. Homie said, what did he major in? Toast? That's my favorite. W's in the chat to you, Sean. W's in the chat to Wesley Pillow for the $5 super chat. This guy hasn't stopped talking long enough for oxygen to reach his brain. That's probably why he's talking nonsense. This is why his IQ is dropping while he speaks. I'm ready for him to go. W's in the chat to you. Oh my God, that was crazy. Am I missing any? No, I didn't get anything. Okay, got you. W's in the chat to Desiree for the $5 cash app. Because I know you're gonna need a boba later. What time is it? You know what? I think I will do that. If anyone wants to donate to the Bobo Fund, that's typically $9.81 plus tip. I usually round it up to 12. If anyone wants to donate to the Bobo Fund, and I'm about to go get after my live, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo are the links in the bio. If you keep calling, now I gotta block you. I told you you're gonna call back tomorrow with your fake degrees, and now I gotta block you. Once you say slur, like the F word that you did, I can't let you back up. I can't let you continue to talk because then you're risking my platform because TikTok doesn't do slurs. Okay? Great. Thank you so much, Desiree. I appreciate you. W's in the chat to Gaz for the 5 cents. You know what, buddy? Economy's rough. I'm not even going to knock you. Ask what science he uses to define a woman, because woman is never used in biology textbook or class. Nothing he said is relevant after this motherfucker couldn't tell the difference between sex and gender. After he said he got a degree in it, and then that the president and the FBI and DOJ were in judicial branch.
God bless you.
Nothing else he said mattered past that point. Thank you so much, Dalio, for the galaxies. I appreciate you. W's in the chat to Dean for the $2 Venmo. Norm's brain was experiencing the blue screen of death. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Leah or Leap. I don't know whether to say Leah or Leap. For the $2 Venmo. Here he is getting destroyed on Jimmy Snow's stream. Oh, was he lying? Hold on. Leah or Leap, I don't know what the fuck to call you, sent me a link to this last caller on the stream. Hold on. Let's see. Let's look at it. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you may call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Why isn't the link working? Hold on. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it for all of you. YouTube, you won't be able to see it. You'll be able to hear it though. We're gonna get that set up with a new computer, hopefully next month. Give me a second. I'm putting it up. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for all of y'all to see. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if this is the same person. Let's see if this is the same person. Let me put up Chrome, and let's see what he has to say. Let's see if this is the same person. Can y'all see that? YouTube, you won't be able to. I'm sorry.
Norm, who will accept all and any pronouns. Norm, is that true? You don't mind if our live chat, of which there are how many people in live chat right now?
1,500.
You don't mind if all 1,500 of people refer to you as she, for example?
Oh, it's kind of I'm kind of curious. How many actual pronouns are there?
Well, there's
Since
he.
you want to be on that subject.
It sounds like the same.
There's
fucking
he.
guy.
Oh, so,
There's
but I
she.
mean, how many? What's the number?
No, I'm going to count them
Is
off.
it
One is
unlimited?
he, there's he,
Okay.
there's she, and there's they. And those are your standard pronouns
Oh,
for which
really?
almost
Same fucking
every...
guy.
Excuse me, I'm not done. Those are your standard pronouns for which almost everybody will adopt. There are at times people who, like nicknames, prefer a more specific pronoun.
Okay, really quickly. I see your comment. Is it Leah or Leia? I believe Leia. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, here we go.
Generally, you will find that they aren't that picky if you switch back to they, but you should try for their sake. However, in all of the time that we have been doing the show, despite
hit
the
that
fact
follow
that we have
button.
a
Follow me.
disproportionate
Double tap
amount
the
of trans
screen.
people who do call in and engage, I think we maybe get a neo pronoun from 2% of the callers. So if you'd like to pick between he, she, and they, Norm, I think you'll
This guy does a lot of
find
talking,
yourself
I'm not gonna lie. Hold on.
well accommodated. But if you need
I'm gonna
more,
speed this up. I'm gonna
feel
speed
free
this
to
up. I just
pick
want to
it
hear more of it to
and
confirm.
we'll do our best.
Whatever floats your boat. Okay. Can we actually talk about a topic now?
Well,
Is there pronouns?
pronouns is actually about what floats your boat.
God
so will you
bless
feel
you.
more respected if the live chat's referring to you as a he, a she, a they, or something
Well,
else?
Obviously, you're speaking with a man. So
Is
you
that
can
obvious?
Figure, you
Norm,
can
have
fill
you
in the
heard your
blanks
phone
on
voice? Norm, have you heard your phone voice? Are you sure it's as obvious as you think it is?
that. I think my voice is a little bit lower than yours.
I never came here and said that I clearly have. Excuse me, Norm. Excuse me, Norm. You are taking this extremely personally because that is not the point I made.
No, I just think it's hilarious that you guys need to be on this topic.
Excuse me,
It's a
Norm.
real topic, but let's go.
Norm, you're trying to make it
I
personal.
want to hear him get
I
mad.
know I have a Charlie.
Are we able to like triple
Norm,
confirm it once he gets
I'm
mad?
not done. I benefit from being on video and clearly presenting as a man, as well as having an audience of over 350,000
God
people
bless you.
who are aware already that I identify as a man.
Congratulations.
You
Thank
are
you,
calling
Angie.
in on the phone, Norm,
Thank you,
and
Delaney.
your voice is not as clear as you think it is, nor is it inconceivable.
All right, I need to hear his voice escalate. I need to hear his voice escalate.
That a person
I'm gonna skip through
got
it.
to
Fucking ads. I keep forgetting to sign into my ad-free version.
would find out not only am I a cisgender man, I am super duper cisgender man. I get gender.
He's like 80 years old, so maybe he needs to come out of the closet. which is
He's
what
a very
you're saying,
woke 80-year-old pansexual man.
right? Okay, so let's actually
Like, I'm pretty sure this is him, but I really want to hear him raise his
projection
voice.
now is getting so
everyone
defensive.
your callers.
What do you do for a living?
Let's actually talk about. So you said
Hey,
you wanted to,
Norm, what do you do for a
wanted to
living?
give a specific example. What?
Wait, if you
I work for
hate
myself.
trans people so much, why are you talking like that? Hey, what, Norm? What do you do for a living?
I work for myself. I
Do what?
I own 3
Do what?
businesses.
I own a business too. What
I'm a
do you do?
licensed massage therapist. Are you going to allow me to talk, fuckface? Are you actually going to talk?
That's him! That's him. That's him. Enough said. That's it. That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. That fuck face that felt very familiar. That was him. Yep. That was him. That was him. Norm graduated from a school in Arkansas and doesn't know the 3 branches of government. Bro, please get your money back. Please. All your bigotry and your fuckery and all that shit aside, go get your money back because they left you behind and you paid for it. Today is 3 degrees. That recording was on 3 businesses. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna clip this, and we're gonna see where else Norm pops up and how many other 3 things that he typically has. W's in the chat to Brianna for the $12 Venmo for the Boba Fun. Me and my daughter are laughing so hard. I know the caller is still watching somehow. A 12-year-old knows more than he does. Is that not embarrassing? Norm, seriously, real shit. Norm, seriously. All it takes is a quick little search with one of my technically brilliant mutuals to find your personal information. I'm not saying I'm going to look for it. I'm just saying, if someone hated you enough, because you sound like you go on these lives and you spread this nonsense on a daily basis, right? If someone hated you enough to say, to do the D word to you, and that ends with the X, right? If someone hated you enough and did that, your chances of ever like dying with someone in your life, like a partner who respects you and stuff, are cooked, okay? Cooked, gone. I mean, they're probably fried now, but you have a sliver. If this gets out to the internet with your information, won't be good for you, okay? So maybe read a book. Maybe read a book. He did threaten to shoot you? If he did, I didn't hear it. He was so busy talking over me and stuff, and I was so busy laughing at him. If he did threaten me, I don't remember. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. Guys, I get a lot of threats. Not a lot, but like little people come up on the lives and say their little stuff. I'm just like, yeah, come at me, bro. I'm in Texas. It's a stand your ground state. I may be black, but even then, they still kind of like our 2A rights. That's my best proximity to some safety in the state of Texas, bro. Search Jimmy Show, the 9 alarm. Leah, got you. Leah. We got you, Leah. Thank you so much. I'll remember that going forward. Alrighty, full PSA before we get into this, but Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I would like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, me call in the number on screen, 737-295-5321. If you are a Trump supporter who regrets their vote and you want to come up here and express with minimal judgment what exactly made you get off the MAGA plantation, you may call in the number on screen and request up in the box. If you are a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote, you think he's doing a fantastic job, you can come up here and I can give you several reasons as to why you should regret your vote, as to why you're wrong. Better yet, invisible prompt. Call in with the previous prerequisites I just gave you, or call in if you can teach me something. Day in, day out, I get on this app and I ask to talk to Trump supporters, and instead of me actually learning things from them, we just end up recycling the same old stupid talking points and teaching them. Sometimes I want to be taught. Sometimes I'm tired of educating you ignorant motherfuckers. So call in if you can teach me something about Republican Party or the Democratic Party that I did not know. Some information that you're privy to, you will be prioritized on the line. Call in if you can share this with me. NT case, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. That big right button that says follow. There are 755 of you in this live. We haven't even got 100 new followers in this live. Hit that follow button. If you like this, whatever the fuck this live has been so far, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST. Thank you guys. And randomly throughout the week. Also make sure that you are sending your daily heart me's. If you want to become a fan club member to engage with the cool stickers that we use for drop songs or reactions to the nonsense that we deal with, send your daily heart me's. 1 coin a week. Also knock out the new gift goal for the Let 'em Cooks, because apparently I won't even say I've been cooking so far. Like it's that would imply that these Trump supporters have been worth anyway. Share out the live with your friends and family. Also repost and add to your story. Knock out the respective little goals that we have pinned up there. If you choose to become a super fan to the platform, please feel free to. I prefer you do it on YouTube or in the Discord. The Discord is free, but you can go to the Discord and become a member there because it's cheaper and I get more. TikTok is ripping people off, trying to make them pay $10 a month for fucking super fans. It's actually crazy. Links in the bio. Links in the bio are going to be the best ways to support the platform. The best ways to support the platform. Whether you're following me on all the social medias, such as YouTube, that we're doing streaming to right now, or Instagram, where I post the videos I put up here. Joining the Discord community, which is free. You may choose to become a member, but it's free. So you can get some of the access to the information of the stuff that I share here. God bless you. Feel free. Join the Discord link. Go to the merch shop and get yourself some merch. We have a couple new things on the line. The samples, unfortunately, are delayed because of Donald Trump's fucking war, but they're going to be coming on the 1st or the 2nd, and once they're here, I'll be broadcasting it. You guys get to see it. If you like any of the merch that you see from the Make 2 + 2 = 4 again, Kamala Would Never, 6,000% or 10 Commandments line, and like 2 others that I have. I don't remember off the top of my head. Use the discount code WEALLWIN. Use the discount code WEALLWIN for 10% off your entire order. Finally, if you want to donate directly to the links in the bio. If you like what I'm talking about, you want to support the stream and all the advocacy that we do, get involved in midterms, or just say hi to my cute face, donate. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. This shit is not free. It takes a lot to do what I do here, and I appreciate every single person who keeps this platform going. So if you want to do so to the Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo, please feel free to. Links are in the bio or the description of the YouTube live stream. Those of you over on the YouTube side, please hit the like button on that stream. Also subscribe and turn on notification bells. If you want to support, you may do a super chat, super sticker, or become a member. I did miss a super chat or two. I'm so sorry. Hold on. W's in chat to Melvin for the $2 super chat. Real talk, my kindergartner is no more than Norm. Yeah, Norm was... That was bad. That was bad, but that was the highlight of my day. I'm not going to lie. That was the highlight of my day. But that was bad. That was pretty goddamn bad. Thank you so much, Melvin. I appreciate your support. Anyway, I may have scared all of them off. I may have scared all of them off. W's in the chat to Chelsea with the $3.33. Be safe, please. He threatened you with an AR-15 specifically. Oh. What did I miss? I did not hear anything about AR-15. Did he really? Are we sure he threatened me with an AR-15? Damn. Well. Oh yeah. Everybody's saying yes. I missed something. I missed something. He did say AR-15. Tell you what, I'm about to do something wild. So I'm gonna unblock you. I'm gonna unblock you, and I'm going to give you a chance to defend your position. If all these liberal liars are tearing down your name and you didn't threaten me with an AR-15, call back in. Call back in. W's in the chat to Just the Bill for the $5 Cash App. Thank you for all you do. I do my best. Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you so much, Bill. I hope you're doing well. Bill, I was in your live earlier. This is between us. If you know, you know. Fuck this app for how they treat us, bro. Fuck this app for how they treat us. Because I was looking, I was like, this is some bullshit. Because what the fuck was going on with this algo? But W to you, Bill. I appreciate everything you do. W's in the chat to Sean Green for the... Why did I say your name like that, Sean? For the $5 super chat. This old army vet says, having an AR-15 is not as big a flex as you think it is, tough guy. Germans have better shit. Yeah? He's calling back!
Call from
Breck.
Hey, Norm, did you threaten me with an AR-15?
No. What the fuck are these faggots talking
You did
about?
say, oh my fucking God, man! That was my fault. I should have kept him blocked. That was my fault. I take full responsibility for that. I take full responsibility for that. That was my fault. I shouldn't have unblocked him. That was my fault. That was my bad. Did I not just block you? What the fuck? I literally just blocked you. I literally just blocked you. What the fuck? Why is it showing? It's showing the same number, and I have to block it twice. I think Chrome is glitching. That was weird. That was weird. Anyways, it is harassment at this point. Norm, you better get a VPN. Norm, you better get a VPN. Anti-case, there are 750 people in this live. If you guys can do me the ever-loving, wonderful favor of double tapping that screen, I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you guys. You guys are my energy, okay? You guys are my joy. The more you tap, the more I do this, right? The way it helps me. So if you guys could do me a really big solid, okay? If you can double tap that screen as if you like me. If you hate me, I guess you don't have to tap. Double tap that screen as if you like me. And the reason why is because if you double tap that screen like you like me, we can get to 400,000, and I'm going to say we can do so within the next 15 minutes. That's correct. That means by 11 p.m. Central Time here, we'll be at 400,000 likes. And if we're not at 400,000 likes in the next 15 minutes, you don't like me. If you don't like me, I'm going home. I am home. I'm ending the stream. Any case, while we wait on Trump supporters, let me get into some other stuff. This is what I wanted to show you guys earlier, bro. Give me a second to pull it up. Some of you guys probably already know about it. To the rest of you, this is going to be a surprise. In fact, never mind. Let me go back. I'm going to put it up on the screen. I want you guys to see it first. Hold on. We may have a Trump supporter or a slur. We'll find out.
Hector, what's up, man?
Splinter, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
And do you regret your vote?
No, not at all.
Why is that?
I mean, how much time do you have, Hector? I mean, we can go all the way back to 2017. You know, I've been a business owner for a long time.
Let's stay current.
He lowered my taxes.
Let's stay current.
He lowered the corporate rate tax.
Let's talk about the actions of this.
Hold on, bro. Can I finish? Like, can you shut up and let me finish?
I need you to start current.
Bro, I wasn't
you
even
said,
done.
How much time
do
we have?
And,
you went all the way back when. We'd be talking about current policies, current impact.
Okay, so hey, Hector, are you a business owner?
Yes.
How long you been in business for?
A year.
1 year? So yeah, you're not a business owner, bud. I've been in business for over 10 years.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
what I'm going back to. So you don't even get to enjoy the tax cut, bro.
Wait. Being a business owner is a matter of time. This is what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't have any experience, bud.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
What do you do? What do you do for your business?
A mom and the pop running like
what do you do for your business?
Let's say a tapestry business over across the street from me for 6 months. That establishment, those tax information, none of that matters, right?
Well, in 2017, you'd be really happy when you load your tax bracket.
Yeah, that's not answering my question.
But you weren't a business owner
you
back
said,
then.
You said I've only been a business owner for a year.
You weren't a business owner back then.
You said I've only been a business owner for a year,
Hector,
so I'm not a business owner. So my question to you is, the mom and pop shop down here that does tapestry for 6 months with their business, with their licenses, with everything else, that's not a business, right? Right? That's what you're saying. That's not a business, right? Right? I just need to answer to my question.
How old were you in 2017, bud?
I just need an answer to my question.
Yeah, you're 1 year in, bud. That's your new level, dude.
W's in the chat. Oh wait, hold on. Am I hold on. Am I noob level or am I not a business owner? Which one?
Yeah, you're not making any money, Hector. You're a bum loser who grips on line all day.
Because I literally
So let me finish, dude. Shut up and let me finish.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, let me guess, you got $2 donation?
Hold on. Well, I have a few donations actually.
Thanks, Sarah.
I have a few donations actually. I just want to.
You don't get donations, bro. You're a fucking bitch liar.
Hold on.
You don't get no donations, my guy. Hold on.
Here's a. Oh shit. Hold on.
Wow, cool. You got $2. Congratulations.
I'm not showing you a donation. I'm not showing you a donation. Oh shit. TikTok moved him. TikTok removed him. I think he said dumb nit and somebody muted him. So thank you for that. Thank you guys so much. So really quickly, shout out to, I'm just going to say your initials, ED, for supporting my fake business. Shout out to ED for supporting my fake business with your purchase of a Kamala Would Never hat. Shout out to ED. You'll never get the hat because my business doesn't exist. Shout out to you for your purchase from my business, or at least one of them. You guys aren't serious, bro. You guys aren't serious today. Guys, I'm entertained mostly because I'm just in a good mood. They're not funny. They're not like... Can we get back to politics, please? Guys, can we get back to politics? Hold on. ED. I'm looking at your order, and it looks like you made this purchase without using the discount code, which means you could have saved 10% off. Hold on. Do I have to pin this shit? I'm just going to pin it. Fuck it. Hold on. If you are going to make a purchase off the shop, use the discount code We All Win. I'm trying to save y'all some money. Thank you for supporting me. The discount code is saying thank you back, okay? So give me a second. I'm just going to pin it. I'm going to pin it on both. On YouTube and TikTok. If you're going to make a purchase, thank you. Please use discount code We All Win for 10% off your order. But thank you so much for your purchase, ED, from My Fake Business. We have a couple cool things on there. Literally shirts, hoodies, hats, pajama sets, sleeveless, cups, mugs, all that shit. So go check it out. And a couple different lines. You see one of them behind you. Also, this is Erica's shirt. Do all the good things, which means if you guys go to ericaeffect.com, you can get this shirt in plethora of colors. You can also get several other lines that she has, such as the bra hat. Check that out on the ericaeffect.com. With that being said, since we're waiting on Trump supporters, let me get back to this video. And hold on, I do have some donos to read out here.
Like, I would still try it though. I try everything. At least once.
Court, did you vote for Trump?
I don't know. Someone told me to join this, so I'm joining.
Did you vote for Trump?
Did I vote for Trump?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
So I don't know why I got invited to this live.
May have been accidental. Either way, your background noise is too loud for that. Goodness gracious. Thank you, Pumpkin Buns, for becoming a super fan. Thank you so much, Pumpkin Buns, for becoming a super fan. WCU. I will take this moment to go over. Oh, she knows why? Oh, okay. I guess she was saying something crazy. Okay. So this is going to be one full PSA for 3 different things. She said this live was stupid. Oh, okay. This is going to be one full PSA for 3 different things. So here on TikTok, the super fan, over on YouTube, the membership, and in the Discord, the ally and accomplished subscription, they're all the same thing. They're all the same thing. Wherever you subscribe, you get the same actually, you get more in the Discord, to be fair. But you get the same perks, right? One of those perks is going to be mano a mano, which barely anyone uses. I'm actually kind of happy about it sometimes. Mano a mano means at any point in time, for the most part, after a certain period of talking to a guest, if this guest pisses you off enough and you want to talk to them one-on-one for 5 minutes uninterrupted, you may do so if you are subscribed. As a member, those of you on the YouTube side, there's no dual call-in thing, so it doesn't really work over there. You have to come over to TikTok. But TikTokers and like Discord people on TikTok, you can mano them. Always interrupting my shit.
Call from.
My name's Jimmy.
To accept.
Jimmy, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, Betty, I did vote for Trump.
Cool. 1 second. That's probably a troll. I'm not going to lie. Big W's in the chat. Big W's in the chat to John for the $20 PayPal. Too nervous to call, but Space Force wasn't a bad idea. They monitor low Earth orbit and inform other nations if they need to move a satellite to avoid a Kessler syndrome event. Better if the folks informing nations don't call from the same branch that's bombing them. Huh. Fascinating. Alrighty. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Ash for the $10 Venmo. Norm was nuts. And they say the left is violent? That part. Thanks for what you do. Thank you so much. Thank you for thanking me. I appreciate you. W's in the chat to Melanie for the $5 Venmo. Ryan is a crybaby bum. Well, the TikTok got the crybaby bum. I didn't drop him. TikTok got him flagged because in 2 seconds he just lost his fucking mind. Thank you guys so much for your donations. If you want to support the platform, links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Those of you over on the YouTube side, you may send a super chat or a super sticker or become a member, like I said. I'll do this really quickly before we get back into the call. I already went over mano a mano. You also get access to the subscriber space on Discord where I'll post certain information, including videos sometimes before I post it up to TikTok and Instagram or YouTube. I'll post it in there first so you guys can give your reviews. Then there's going to be Thank you, Jamie, for becoming a super fan. You also get a discount code, except this discount code is permanent, which means as long as you're a subscriber, anytime you wanted to get shit off the merch shop, you can use this discount code to always get a discount off of it. And a few other things. So do that. But thank you so much, Jamie, for becoming a super fan. Let's get back to this guy. Alrighty, caller. Do you regret your vote for Donald Trump?
Well, I think so.
You think so? Why is that?
Because, well, I hate niggers.
It's King Nigger to you. Honestly, I think we're just going to stop answering unknown numbers. Yeah, we're just going to stop calling unknown numbers. You know, one of my favorite things to hear Trump supporters say, in fact, we're going to talk about an actual scenario from earlier today in the live that I was in. I love it when Trump supporters say Racism is dead. I love it when Trump supporters say racism is dead. Because for one, tell me you don't know shit about the current state of America, escalated and ramped up because of the Trump administration. If we look at his first term and second term, how certain hate crimes go up every time he's in office. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? When hate crimes go up when Donald Trump is in office, it's almost as if he embodies something and he emboldens a specific demographic of people to act a certain way. I don't know, could be crazy. Also, why is it that on these lives and platforms that it seems like some of the creators who get the majority of shit and slurs are going to be people of the, people of color, specifically black people. And then, this is how bad it is. This is how bad it is. You can go to any creator's live, specifically white men and white women, and their favorite slur to say up on the panel is the hard R. That's their favorite one. They don't use the F slur as much. They don't use the W slur as much. They don't use the K slur as much. Their favorite, the number one slur used on these platforms is the N word. Why is that? Why is that? Ask yourself these questions. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. With that being said, let me go ahead and pull this up. And I want you guys to see me go to this in real time. Unfortunately, YouTube, you will not be able to see it. But YouTube, I'm going to give you the sauce. Turn on your PIP mode on YouTube, swipe out, go to Google, and type in whitehouse.gov/aliens. And let's go through this together. Let me read it. For 60 years, the U.S. government has kept a closely guarded secret. Aliens have been walking among us, living in our neighborhoods, and interacting with us in our daily lives. They've shopped in the same stores, attended the same classes as our children, and lived seemingly normal human experiences. With one exception. They do not, get the fuck off my screen, Trump. They do not belong here. Millions arrived under the cover of darkness and embedded themselves directly into our society. Countless presidents, congressmen, and senior officials knew exactly what was happening. Instead of protecting American citizens, they chose to cover it up and even accelerate the invasion. Until one man finally had the courage to tell the truth. Bold, unapologetic, unafraid. President Trump was the first to call out the real danger aliens pose to every American family, every community, and the future of our nation. The truth is no longer out there. It is right here, right now. Top secret. 3,129,623. This is moving upwards? What the fuck is this? It's moving right now. Is this supposed to be current? Is this current encounters right now? Is that what he's saying? Is this the real live map? Is this current encounters? So what's super funny is because I argue with Trump supporters on a daily basis about how Donald Trump has 0 encounters. And you just put on the White House website over 3 million encounters. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, this is apparently live. 3 million encounters right now. Is this in a day? Is this not a day? Is this in a few months? Like, what is this? Is this currently up to now? Is that what we're doing? And this is his alien map where you can click on states and you can see the red of the concentrated amount of aliens. What you'll find, I want you to take a close look at this. Hold on. I want you guys to take a really close look at this. I'm going to zoom in really big for you so you guys can see this. Okay? So, it's going to show total arrest, dates of arrest, criminal charges, countries of origin, gang affiliation, which only has a check mark. Okay? all of these criminal charges, that are listed here cannot be linked to any undocumented migrant. Right? It's just a list that they filled out. That's it. And they're just putting charges. We have no idea if this is current. We have no idea if this is over the history of the last 60 years. I guess that's what he would be hyper-focused on. It's just listing charges. That's it. That's it. So, can somebody say propaganda? Oh, there's more. Oh, my fuck. If you've witnessed an alien abduction, do not be alarmed. Friendly reminder, those of you on the YouTube side, go to whitehouse.gov/aliens. Whitehouse.gov/aliens. You can see everything we're doing right now. If you've witnessed an alien abduction, do not be alarmed. The alien is in good hands. We will take care of it and return it safely to its place of origin. Now, tell me again that the Trump administration, their officials, and their supporters aren't heartless, inhumane, degrading bastards. So I remember, I'm not going to lie, initially when I was joining these content creator spaces and stuff, and I joined lives, and I heard people say, undocumented migrant. Oh, fuck, I'm lagging. Hold on. And I heard people say undocumented migrant over illegal alien. I didn't get it initially, right? I was one of those people who were just like, okay, undocumented migrant, illegal alien, it technically means the same thing. What's the big deal? Like, to me, at the time, in my ignorance, I associated it with like the difference between homeless and unhoused, which I will die on that hill. I think that shit is stupid. Anyway, I made that conflation. And then over time, I started to realize why people like us on our side of the aisle started being so gung-ho against that fucking term. Because now we're using alien to dehumanize human beings. Human beings who statistically, the majority of them are not the violent, criminal, gross people that the Trump administration is saying. And it's reflected in their own arrest numbers. It's reflected in our own convictions. They're not. But they have to tell you, they have to propagandize you into believing that the person beside you who's been living with you for 20 years, or beside you for 20 years, who just maybe didn't have the funds to become a resident, or straight up, sometimes not even about the funds. Maybe it wasn't at the top of their list. In which case, unfortunately, the law's going to get you. I don't like it, but it is what it is. They try to tell you that that person is the one who's going to harm you, who's going to rob you, who's going to take your daughter. When the corporations alongside Donald Trump and the richest man in the world aligned himself to pass the biggest tax cuts for the 1% robbing you blind. When they voted for the man who sits in the Oval Office right now, who is held civilly liable for the sexual abuse of E. Jean Carroll, is now weaponizing the Justice Department to go after her. I believe this was released yesterday or the day before. Right? And quite literally, pardons violent criminals, and even goes as far as to create a slush fund for them to be compensated for their crimes. But you should be worried about Jose down the street. Right? Numbers of arrests? Yeah, I knew it was for numbers of arrests, but I'm saying you can arrest someone on anything, to be fair. So there's that. But the crimes, you can't, they have no record actually of the fucking crimes. They have no record of the fucking crimes. It's just listing stuff. And I have no doubt in my mind that the Trump administration, or excuse me, ICE, has picked up a rapist, has picked up a murderer, has picked up a killer. They're in the minority. They're literally doing their job. Under the Biden administration, they were doing their job. Under the Obama administration, they were doing their job. ICE was intended to go throughout the United States and get the worst of the worst out. Democratic presidents prioritized, because of funding and other reasons, the worst of the worst, which protected us. Donald Trump is putting every single American in harm's way, especially if you're brown or have an accent of any kind or even speak a different language. Bilingual people from being detained and in some cases deported. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. W's in the chat to the Taffy Bot for the $5 super chat. Don't forget the annoying ass left side Trump pop-up and scrolling down before the typing effect catches up. Poorly done, not surprised. Poorly done, well done is irrelevant to me. You know what's relevant to me? That there are people in the government who spent time building that over actually like helping Americans. They got time and energy to build all these stupid little websites and shit, interactive websites. Meanwhile, Americans are struggling, starving. And it was coupled with a video. Let me put the video up for you guys. This was posted on the White House website. As of a day ago. 26 hours ago. This was also posted alongside this bullshit propaganda website. I didn't mean to delete the thing. Let me put it back up on the screen for y'all. This was the video that they posted alongside it. And I'll put this link in the description on YouTube, guys. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. And I just put that link in the YouTube chat. That's where your money's going towards. Mind you, that in their own video, that's a lie. When we're to talk about the undocumented migrants that you're not sending back from their countries of origin, you're literally sending them to places that they didn't even immigrate from. Imagine that. Imagine that. Especially if you're to say they're only coming here for economic reasons. They have families and everything back home. They only want to come to the United States because they're up to no good. So what do you think sending someone from Mexico to fucking Saudi Arabia will do? And obviously that's exaggerated. But the point is, what do you think sending someone to a place that they did not come from and absolutely know or have no one, what do you think that would do to them? Don't you think that would make them maybe more prone to crime if you literally have to try to survive in a country you know nothing about? Yeah, we're done answering unknown numbers. Right? Does that make any sense? No, they don't care. They don't care. Not at all. W's in the chat to Kieran for the $1 PayPal. It is in good hands. I feel ill. Yeah. They said it. Oh, yeah, they did say it. Yeah, they referred to the undocumented migrant as an it. That's their entire... So I'm in no way, shape, or form a history buff. But from the little that I know and the people that I do listen to that are knowledgeable, every single fall of like civilization, everything that led to like some monstrosity or genocide, guess what? You know what it started with? It started with dehumanizing people. You had to see people as lesser. You had to view them as inferior so that you can warrant harm. When black people were considered 3/5 of a... Thank you guys for the follows. When black people were considered 3/5 of persons, what happened? When Jewish people were considered, inferior because of the color of their eyes and their hair and all that, what happened? When you get up on a world stage and you say immigrants are poisoning the blood of this country, immigrants are the fault, direct quote, immigrants are the fault of all of our problems in this country. That's why we have stupid motherfuckers on the Trump supporter side who are more concerned with those high deportation numbers, which are not even that high, than anything else. Mind you, if we've had, allegedly, over 2 million undocumented migrants gone since Donald Trump took the Oval Office, why aren't your grocery prices higher? Why aren't those houses and apartments opening up? Why aren't those lower, the grocery prices lower? Why aren't those jobs opening up? Isn't it crazy that despite us deporting these people, the unemployment's still going up? All these other prices are going up. You're no safer. But Trump will keep telling you that and you'll believe it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $5 super chat. I think they used homeless to mean those that sleep outside or in shelter, while unhoused is more akin to couch surfing. Agree, though, it's all BS. I've literally never heard anyone break it down that much. Maybe you could be right. I just think ultimately it's a person who doesn't have a home And we know how we use homeless is to refer to individuals who quite literally, like, don't have the means. That's it. That's it. But yeah, I got you. W's in the chat to Wesley for the $2 super chat. The Trump propaganda machine is weak, but gross. It is weak. So this is something that I say often when Nick Shirley is brought up into these conversations, because for some reason these folks like worship Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley is an independent journalist for stupid people. Trump is a president for the same. It's the same. If you had an IQ above room temperature that you choose to utilize, you can see past the lies. And I'm not even talking about, because we often on our side of that will tell people to read, we'll tell people to look up sources, we'll tell people to look up empirical data. I'm speaking solely on his interviews. I'm speaking solely on his press briefings. That's it. All you need to do is watch that to know everything you need to know about Trump. You don't need to know a single damn thing about his cuts to any social benefit. You don't need to know a damn thing about his depletion of the military or a military stockpile by over 50%, literally leaving us in more risk if we get attacked. You don't need to know anything about that. Just watch his interviews. This man is crazy. He rambles. He's insane. He lies every few seconds. The majority of his speeches, every now and then I'll still tune into one until I can't take it anymore. He just repeats the same thing. You know it gets bad. Those of you who watch like these Senate hearings with the likes of Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem or Kash Patel, or the most recent one I looked at. What's the name of the current guy over HUD? Scott Turner? What do they do? Biden this, Biden that. I'll never forget the one with Scott Turner, bro. She asked him for like updated numbers on how they've addressed homelessness and HUD housing and reform and all that stuff. He just kept saying, yeah, you know, so we had to come back from like the historic incompetence of like the previous leader under Biden. It's like, hold on, no. Last administration. Hold on, no. It's like, okay, cool. It's like, where's this report at? I need this report. Then he said, well, you know, there was delays because of Biden and this other thing. And she was like, how does this thing impact? Oh, wait, the shutdown. That's what he said. He said the government shutdown is the reason why the report was delayed. So the 40-something day government shutdown that took place last year is the reason why the delay. It's like, okay. She's like, well, you had a few months after that. Where's the report? Well, you know, record numbers under Biden, a fraud. And she lost it, bro. She's just like, hey, stop talking about Biden. Like, you're the current guy. You're over HUD. Give me the numbers. Give me something. They couldn't do it. They don't watch this shit, bro. They do not watch any of this stuff because they want to talk about incompetence all the time. We just had, what was that one clip that one guy came up and told us last week or earlier this week where Chuck Schumer accidentally said erection instead of election? A Trump supporter came up and complained about how Chuck Schumer misspoke and said erection over election. And I'm like, how the fuck does this impact your life? I don't care. If he was thinking about an erection, that's his business. Why do you fucking care? Same thing with this. Hold on, I got y'all. This is gonna put it to rest, and I think we may have to do a restart in a second, because the Trump supporters are scared now. Hold on, let me put this up on the screen for y'all. We're gonna do a side-by-side comparison of a Republican and a Democrat. And I want you to tell me which one makes more fucking sense. I want you to tell me which one is actually talking about helping American people. We're going to do this shit side by side right now. Let me find the videos. Guys, keep double tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up to 500K. W's to y'all, because I forgot to keep track of the other thing I told y'all to do. But looks like you got it to 400K. Let's get it to 500K. Hit that follow button in the top left corner. Knock out the little gift goes down at the bottom there. And let me... Where is this video? Where is this video? It's God bless you. It's a Ken Paxton video. Thank you, Trill. I appreciate you. It's a Ken Paxton video. I just don't remember which link it is. Where did I send it? Was it on TikTok? You guys are going to know what video I'm talking about. It's the one where Ken Paxton was talking about his win in the primaries. And he said, Talafrico. Is that one. Instagram doesn't show fucking thumbnails on Discord. Otherwise, I'd be able to easily find it. And I don't remember. I think it was Instagram. That's why I can't find it. And TikTok sometimes. It's weird. This is Fox. This is New York Times. Found it. It was TikTok. All right. So I'm going to pull this one up. I'm going to pause that there. And we're going to play these things side by side. And then I'm going to pull up Talarico. And you guys tell me which one of them is prioritizing United States citizens. Which one of them is actually trying to do something for the country. Let me put this back up here. Chrome. So first, I'm going to play the one of James Talarico. And YouTube, I'm just going to post it in the Discord. If you guys are in the Discord, go to the live chat. If not, just listen. It's not AI. I don't know what to tell you. We're going to get the setup to where everyone can see the same thing soon. I just can't do it with this current situation. But I'm going to post all of these in the live chat of the Discord. All right, here's the first one. This is Talarico. Why is it not playing? What the fuck? What happened?
Since taking office, Ken Paxton's net worth has increased 7,000%, while our wages have remained stagnant. He now owns 11 homes when most Texans can't afford one. He's taken bribes from wealthy donors, all while blocking overtime pay for Texas workers and gutting our health care. This is the rot at the core of our broken political system. It's why we can't afford anything. It's why we can't get ahead no matter how hard we work. Since taking office...
All right, that's James Talarico. If by current you mean live, no. That's James Talarico.
Since
okay?
Taking off...
And here's Ken Paxton.
Opponent is the most extreme radical the Democrats have ever nominated. He's even running a vegan campaign, whatever that is.
Oh my God, hold on.
My opponent is the most extreme radical the Democrats have ever nominated. He's even running a vegan campaign, whatever that is. He goes by a few names that you may all have heard of. Some people know him as Tofu Talarico. Some people call him Six Gender Jimmy. I've even heard some people call him James Talafrico. And others refer to him simply as Low T Talarico. But no matter what you call him, let me tell you this. James Talarico is a threat to everything we hold dear in this state and in this country. My opponent is...
You want to know the difference between Republicans and Democrats? Whatever your issues are with both parties?
No matter what you...
One side actually pulled up a record. Don't forget Ken Paxton's record of giving a SMEX offender of a child 60-day parole, or 60-day sentence, which he only spent 30 in. A crime, usually that would put you life in prison. Ken Paxton gave him a sweetheart deal. Okay? Don't forget that guy, the guy who was literally impeached because of financial crimes and utilizing his position for some bullshit. That guy. That guy is who got Donald Trump's endorsement. Had those receipts talking about the impact it's having on Texans. The best Ken Paxton had to respond with was stupid fucking nicknames for the last fucking time. James Talarico is not a vegan. Never has been. What the fuck is a vegan campaign? And Low T James Talarico, whatever he does in his personal life or his testosterone levels doesn't change the impact his policies will have on Texas. Why do you guys focus on the shit that does not matter? It's irrelevant to your taxes, irrelevant to your safety, relevant to your health, your environment. Stupid. 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 Oh shit, did I miss one? That was in the chat to SJ for the $10 PayPal. Just sending a little appreciation. Thank you so much, SJ. I appreciate you. Big W's to you. Big W's to you. It's like they're in junior high still. Yeah, literally. We are engaging in like warfare, political warfare with literal children. Taffy, enjoy your nap. We are engaging in literal warfare with children. To all the people who sent the TikTok gifts, I'm sorry I didn't get to shout all of you out. I'm seeing a list here. Darth, Basin Jorn, Melvin, thank you guys so much for the TikTok gifts. It shows up differently on this end. I'm not able to track them as well. And I do need a water break. Let me get that going. They think vegan isn't owned? Right! Right! First off, I know some shredded vegans. I know some strong vegans. I know some intelligent vegans. I know some healthy vegans. I'm not a vegan now because I like my meat. It's just easier for me to bodybuild. But I grew up vegan. And while the foundation of the veganism was shaky, was religious cult bullshit, I respect vegans. You choose not to consume animal products. I respect that. Hey, you want to preserve all life in that way. Okay, cool. Like, why is that an insult? Why is that an insult? There are people who look at chickens and everything else and say, hey, I don't want to eat that. There's better things. There's healthier things, leaner things, whatever. Why am I insulted by that? Why am I bothered by that? Why would I insult someone off of that? Now, if you pull up on me every day with a salad of lettuce, tomatoes, sunflower seeds, and mustard on top, and that's all you fucking eat, outside of like fasting, certain fasting stuff, I may clown you. I may clown you. I'm sorry. I may clown you. But I respect avoiding meat. More meat for me. Oh, shit. No, Tellerico is not even vegetarian, Jonna. He's not. Yes, he did cheat on his wife. We saw that whole debacle. She came out with the statement. He put out some bullshit asking just for privacy. Yeah, I remember that. Ken Paxton is a piece of shit, which is exactly why Donald Trump endorsed him. Can we say a lot about a person based off their endorsement? Somewhat, right? Especially. But it makes sense. Impeachment, crimes, unfaithful to his wives. Of course he'd get Donald Trump's endorsement. That's like all of his, what do you call it? Trifecta? I'm against mass farming and harm to animals. I respect that. Makes sense that your name is Free Palestine. I respect that. No knock to you. No shade to you. It is stupid to knock people for that stuff. We may be nearing the end, y'all. We may be nearing the end of the stream. I got so many people in here, though. I want to see what we can do. Oh, shit. I turned the phone lines off because of that last guy. And the second I turned it back on, you call in. I really hate that you can't block unknown numbers. I really hate that you cannot block unknown numbers because I'm not going to answer the phone. So you can keep calling and I'll just keep denying it. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. If you are a Trump supporter who regrets their vote, this live is a safe space for you to come up here and express what exactly made you get up off the MAGA plantation. Or you can be a Trump supporter who does not regret their votes. If you happen to be one of those people, you can call up in here and attempt to have a respectful civil conversation and keep your Trump University degrees to yourself. Call in the number on screen or request the number up in the box, 737-295-5321. I'm never forgetting about that guy. I'm going to bring that guy up frequently. Those of you over on the YouTube side, hit the like button on the stream. Let's get the likes up to 200 over there. Hit the like button on the stream if you're enjoying the platform. Please feel free to subscribe, turn on notification bells. All your engagement is super important. You may also, if you want to support the platform, send a super chat or sticker and become a membership. Become a membership. I talk too fast for my own good sometimes. Become a member over there. Thank you. Appreciate it. And follow the backup. Thank you, Kit. Follow the backup. We are not answering unknown numbers, so you can unhide that number or keep getting ignored. Better yet, I will turn off the call at night if you keep getting up to this shit. Oh shit, guys! It's almost as if we got another purchase from my fake shop. It's almost as if we got another purchase from my fake non-existent business. I'm just gonna say your initials. Thank you so much, JL, for your purchase. JL got it. It's okay to call people stupid shirt. Okay, guys. Okay. I have a confession. Maybe it's still the GOP in me rinsing itself out. Friendly reminder, I was MAGA back in 2019, 2020. Okay? My confession is that I can be pretty mean. I absolutely can be very mean. I'm a very cold-hearted person. I think when a lot of things I do somewhat center. Like, I'm not a big love-feeling kind of person. Like, I'm very loving. I'm very kind. But, like, there's a line, right? I'm not afraid to tell stupid people they're stupid. I'm not fucking afraid to call shit out. I'm not afraid to get stern when it needs to be. I can't do this whole, like, fix everything with love thing. Love doesn't fix everything. I'm sorry. Fucking doesn't, right? Anyway, so after dealing with Trump supporters day in, day out, and listening to them come up and say the most ridiculous things, I see a lot of platforms, and they'll often offer criticism to debate spaces, right? When someone comes up on these lives and they spend 30 minutes calling you names and saying all this stuff, and you're this, you're that, blah, 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 and then I raise my voice and crash the fuck out, you got somebody in a space somewhere going, this is the problem. This is causing the divide. No, it's not. One thing I've learned in life is that some people, unfortunately, only learn things one way. You know what got me out of being MAGA? Getting cussed out. All the loving people, and I'm not saying this is a good thing. I'm simply saying all the people who tried to talk to me, and well, it wasn't many, to be fair. I was in a very red space. But anyway, all the people who tried to talk to me, be like, please be kinder and all that stuff. That shit didn't work. It took me saying something really fucking stupid and then multiple people getting on my ass about it to make me think. So I say that to say, being nice and saying things in a nice way doesn't always work. Especially, I know women especially, ooh, ladies, y'all gonna be able to relate to this shit. You know how you got that guy who won't stay out of your DMs? They'll keep bugging you. They'll keep trying to get words out of you and you're just not fucking interested. And you try to nice it down, right? You try to be like, oh, hey, I'm sorry, I'm busy. And he just doesn't take the fucking hint. And unfortunately for women, if you say it more aggressively, you also open yourself up to harm. So I'm not negating that. But sometimes you just have to go, hey, motherfucker, I don't like you. I don't like you. Stay the fuck out my DMs. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop messaging me, right? And then sometimes they get it that way because you tried to do the nice route because your mama told you to be nice to everybody. It didn't fucking work. Sometimes. Yes, right now, Elo asked if I'm free tomorrow. Tell him go fuck himself. That'll fix it. Tell him go fuck himself. That'll fix it. Within a safe distance. But yeah, some people only learn things one way. I'm of the firm belief that I match energy. So if someone comes up and they want to be cool, calm, civil, I'm going to speak to you cool, calm, and civilly. You don't get out of line, I'm not going to get out of line. When you come up acting a fool, fuck you. I'm going to tell you off. I'm going to do all these different things. So when Trump supporters come up here and say things like the Keystone Pipeline affected gas prices and Biden was the one who shut it down, when they come up here and say that Donald Trump is not a 34-count convicted felon who wasn't sentenced in January of 2025 on an unconditional discharge, when Trump supporters come up here and say that Donald Trump didn't say half the things that we have him on video admitting to, I call them stupid. I call them dumb. I call them clowns. And I think it's okay to call people stupid. I'm sorry. I think it's okay to call people stupid. Now, if you're out here calling your mama stupid and all that stuff, nigga, you got some issues. But to everyone else, it's okay. And because I think it's okay to call people stupid, I put it on a t-shirt. I put it on a t-shirt. You can get two versions. Here's black ink version and here's white ink version. We have it available in several colors. YouTube, you're not going to be able to see all of this. The shop is directly linked to my YouTube. Or better yet, go to the link in my bio, hectorshops.com with 2 R's. We got it in black We got it in purple. We got it in true royal. We got it in cardinal. We got it in olive. We got it in steel blue. We got it in berry. We got it in charity pink. And we got it in tan. And for the black ink version, we got it in solid white. We got it in military green. We got it in burnt orange. We got it in gold. We got it in baby blue. We got it in ash. We got it in soft pink. And we got it in natural. Use discount code WEALLWIN for 10% off your entire order at hectorshops.com in 2 hours. Now, I will put out this disclaimer. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to put it on the website right now. I cannot be held legally responsible for any reactions you may get from the public upon wearing the shirt. I cannot be held responsible for any negative interactions you are opened up to upon wearing these shirts in public. Whoever pisses you off, that has nothing to do with me. Okay? For legal purposes. For legal purposes. I don't know how you guys put up with me. I really don't. W's in the chat to Phoenix Eye for the $5 super chat. It's a mix of virtue signaling vegans and folks who don't like the assumed extra effort to cook vegan. Good food is good food. Thank you so much for Phoenix for saying that. Because I grew up vegan and I consistently had to like defend veganism to people. People are like, what do you eat? I'm like, what do you mean? Do you think meat is the only food that exists on the face of the earth? But how do you get your protein? Again, do you think meat is the only source of protein? What's that other key vitamin in meat that's also available in certain key nuts and foods? Like, it's always the same shit with these people. And I'm like, bro, if you take anything and you season it right, you cook it right, you bake it right, you stir fry it right, you air fry it right, it's going to be delicious. Delicious is not exclusively related to meat. So what are we doing? I don't know. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Stop talking shit about vegans. Again, I'm not a vegan, but just stop talking shit about vegans. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know why this is glitching this way. That's weird. Okay, I fixed it. I'm not allowed to go off red meat because of iron. The supplements won't work. I'm vegan, steady diet of Takis. Stop that. Stop that. See? Pumpkin Buns is the one who gives y'all a bad name. Pumpkin Buns is the one that gives y'all a bad name. Fiber? What do you mean fiber? How do vegans get fiber? Is that your question, Corey? Is your question how do vegans get fiber? I'm going to assume that's a genuine question. If that's your question. A little bit concerning, but I'm going to in good faith, not you saying it's something you need that's in like nuts and stuff. Yeah. A lot of the key vitamins everyone says that you can't get from, if you're not getting it from meat, you can get from some nuts. Yeah. You can get your fiber from nuts. Pumpkin seeds are loaded with fiber and protein, by the way. I love me some pumpkin seeds. I blend it up in my shakes. Why am I out here advocating for veganism? I'm not a fucking vegan. W's in the chat. I did read this one. No, I didn't. W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $5 super chat. You were MAGA once? I'm curious. Was it rough to change your mindset overall, or was it a snowball of things making more sense? I'll tell you exactly what it was. I go over this story at least like once a month at this point. So, it was, I mean, definitely wasn't like one thing that like broke me, but I can say it was one thing that fractured everything I believed about being a Republican. And it started in 2020 after George Floyd was yeeted. Where I made a very stupid social media post because I was kind of a jigaboo. I made a very stupid social media post on Facebook, of all places. Of course, I was on Facebook. And a few people came at my ass. They came for my ass. And I went back and forth with them for a little bit because I felt like they misconstrued what I was saying. And then I didn't realize, no, I'm the one who said something really stupid. I'm the one who didn't take into consideration the context of violence against black people in the form of police brutality. And that's how it's upheld right? So I just remember that night when I laid down, I got back on social media, I went through the comments one more time, and it clicked in my head. It clicked in my head. I still felt like I was being misconstrued. I still felt like people didn't understand the gist of it, but it clicked in my head. What could I have said? Or is my position so righteous? Am I really the one in the right here? When so many people that I love, people that I respect, people that legitimately I know want better for me and care about me, what would make these niggas that mad? That's what it was. It was what made these niggas that mad. So it made me think about I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, let me go back and do some digging. So from there, that was kind of something that never sat right with me, that so many people came for me. So then I started doing some research. I started looking to the history. I started looking at Republican policies and what they say. I started Googling shit. I started reading. And again, it more so, a lot of it happened in one night, but of course the rest is deconstruction. So the big thing was how many things that I believed wholeheartedly, fully, like born and raised in and was willing to die for. So many things that I believed were wrong. Like AI overview, it wasn't even AI overview at the time, but first page of Google wrong. Several pages of Google wrong. Empirically just wrong. And I was like, because mind you, this was under the Trump administration. So a lot of it was surrounding the vid. So the first thing, obviously, during that time was all these people whining and crying, saying that Biden censored free speech. Biden censored free speech, okay? He censored free speech with Facebook. Every time people tried to post the truth about the vid, which was that, go out, get some sunlight, it took care of it, he took the post down, And then I started doing some digging. I started to realize that private institutions, platforms like Facebook, have separate terms of service. They may have to respect the government's laws, but they have their own terms that they're allowed to exercise. And Facebook at the time had a fact checker. No one fucking talks about this on the right. Facebook already had a fact checker that was fact checking information. It was ramped up during that time because of the gross amounts of misinformation and disinformation being shared on the platform. So sometimes it wasn't even necessarily that things were wrong. I want to stress this. Sometimes it wasn't that certain information was wrong. It's just that it wasn't verified. And because we're in a global pandemic, it got pushed down the algorithm until it was verified or whatever, and then it was put back out. If it was bullshit, take it off, right? And that also didn't have much to do with the federal government. When I say much to do, I mean the government didn't regulate it. They just simply pressured Facebook. And there's no denying that the Biden government, pressured the fuck out of Facebook and other social media platforms to do so. I want to put that out there. I'm not ignoring that. They pressured the fuck out of them, but there was no legal ramifications or anything else. They gave in. Mark Zuckerberg said himself in a letter he wrote August 26, 2024 to a committee. He said it was ultimately his decision. He chose to give in, right? The only thing I would criticize from the Biden administration of that censoring, it included humor. That's the only thing to where I was like, okay, that's a little bit too much. It included humor. That was what was admitted. It was included humor. So like, okay, chill out. But outside of that, I was like, wow. So why did all these people keep telling me that Biden did it? Why did all these people tell me it was some grand conspiracy of this and that? Then the next big thing was, oh, it was made up and thrown out in 2020 to fuck up people. Then you come to find out that COVID was a thing for years. 19 was a variation of it. Another thing was, how were we able to get a verified, trusted vaccine out in such a little bit amount of time? I don't know. Maybe because when you're in a worldwide pandemic for one virus specifically, and basically the entire world under the World Health Organization that we're now out of now, but individual states are cooperating with them, so W blue states. When you have the entire world come together and put millions and billions of dollars and the best minds into research on these things, and to verifying it, again, different vaccination out testing and stuff, maybe that sheer like manpower, woman power, people power put together could ramp up the production of something that they may have been struggling for years on end. Logically. Literally every stupid thing I believe just came down to, here's the surface, go beneath it. That's my advice to Trump supporters. That's my advice to anyone. If you believe something so strongly, go below it. Make sure it has a foundation. That's it. And that's why I'm here today. That was a long-winded explanation, but we don't have Trump supporters, so it is what it is. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and shout out another person who just made a purchase from my fake business. Shout out to EF for your purchase of the It's Okay to Call People Stupid. I love that you got this color. That's my color. That's my color, bro. And if you're black, it's going to pop off on you especially. I'm sorry. Black people look fantastic in certain colors. But anyway, this is the sample that I got. This is the color that I got. I fucking love this color. WCUEF. Thank you for your purchase of the It's Okay to Call People Stupid shirt. W's to you. Also, shout out to Omega for becoming a member over on the YouTube side. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Make sure you're looking at the perks. Know what you're getting yourself into. Enjoy them. Thank you so much for your support. COVID. Trump said it was fake until he got it. Yeah. And then the vaccination. Didn't Biden get it too? Yeah, but both of them got it. Both of them got it. Which is another thing. I think around that time where Trump actually caught it, that's when you started to hear less of them say that it was actually fake. Because a large portion of people were legitimately saying that it was fake. So then Trump caught it. And then he was like, okay, I caught it. I'm fine. So then people go, okay, it's not fake, but he's fine. So it's not as aggressive as people make it out to be. And technically, it had a 93% recovery rate. There's no denying that. But a 93% recovery rate leaves 7% of people open. 7% of the U.S.'s population, which at the time was 350 million people, do the math. Do the math. And it was never about a bunch of people catching it and dropping dead. This is what we have to explain to that Trump supporter the other day. It was never about people just catching it and dropping dead, more so than how rapidly it spread. How rapidly it spread. So even if majority of people in the friend group caught it, because it spread so quickly and was so aggressively, and certain people with whatchamacallit, like respiratory issues and otherwise, that's how it fucked up people. I caught it. That shit was not fun. That shit was not fun. I have asthma. People with asthma, whew, that's just not fun. Immunocompromised, yeah. Well, that's not what I was trying to say, but yes, even, yeah. Well, yes, that is the word, actually. I'm sorry. You're correct. I was mixing that up with, what do you call those people? Why am I blanking at everything now? Now I'm hungry. Asymptomatic. That was another danger. You could be asymptomatic, think you good, you taking trips anywhere and everywhere and killing people left and right. I have no idea. Like, I myself have a few vaccinations I have to get caught up on because I grew up anti-vax. So there's that. Thank you, Soul of a Beer, usually on the TikTok side. Appreciate you going over there. Pre-existing conditions, yes. Tell you what. Do you guys think we can get to 600K in the next couple minutes, or should I just end it here? Or should we give it 5 more minutes? Should we give the Trump supporters 5 more minutes? I'll let you guys decide. We'll do a poll. I'm going to let the people decide. Because I've been rambling for like 30 minutes. Y'all know me. I don't like talking like this. I like to talk to people. I don't like just talking. That's Erica's things. Erica can host a live for 5 hours just talking. It's amazing. And you can enjoy the whole thing. She's an entertainer. I'm not an entertainer. I'm sorry. I'm not. People come here because they like to see me cook people. When I'm not cooking people, people don't care. Smiley face if you want me to wait 5 more minutes. Cry face if not. Smiley face if you want me to cry. Stay here for 5 more minutes. We'll wait on the Trump supporters. Cry face if not. Should we wait 5 more minutes? Smiley face, cry face. Go end the stream here. Because we're over the 3-hour mark anyway. That's typically what I try to shoot for. But it's Friday, so I'll be like, yeah, fuck it. So, Norm left a comment on my last live stream. Norm left a comment on my last live stream. I'll show it to you guys. Fuck it. Let me put it back up on the screen. Oh, man. This is why I say you guys are obsessive, possessive, and specifically for MAGA men, gay. Because I don't know why you're so obsessed with me now. Anywho, Honestly, most of you voted for me to stay. So I also think you should vote your fingers off to get the likes up to 600K. Can we do that? Can we get the likes up to 600K, please, before we end? Let me see them super fingers to work. Let me see them super fingers to work. Let me see them super fingers work. Can we do that? I would appreciate it if we do that. Let me put this up. Hold on. Let me put this up. Thank you so much, Phoenix, for sending a membership to Two Dude Mama. To Two Dude Mama. I hope you're not a maggot. To Two Dude Mama. Congratulations on your DEI subscription. Enjoy the perks. And thank you so much, Phoenix, for sending it. So let's go to this. Let's go to this comment because somebody's obsessed. And let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Oh, yeah, I got 10,000 views on my last stream. Yay. Guys, I'm still a little baby creator. I get excited for these things. Okay. So, first off, his YouTube username with a dog that he doesn't deserve as his profile picture. Oh, shit, what did I do? This is his comment. Oh, shit, I don't know if you can see it. Let me make it big. YouTube, you won't be able to see it. If you want to see it, go to literally Defend the Indefensible episode 85, and it'll show you the comment. Here it is. Here it is. I'm going to read it in my best Norm voice. No, I'm not. I don't care. You're going to chastise me because I mixed up the branches of government while drinking? LMFAO. I represent these liberals in court. I represent the common good. They just call me, quote, yes, sir, Mr. Lawyer. Please help me, sir, end quote. White men in America right now are not well. That's correct. White men are not well. They are not okay. I don't know what happened. I do know what happened. We won't even go there. But they're not well. It must be something in that RFK water. It must be something in that RFK water. Y'all complimenting RFK for banning red dye number 3, but he putting something else in that chicken meat. In that beef. He banned the red dye number 3, but he's putting something else in your meat. I don't know what it is. You should figure that shit out. Seek some help. Hi, Feisty. W's in the chat to you for the $5 Venmo. Hey, boo, what's new? Feisty, did you miss it? Did you miss Norm, Feisty? We're talking about Norm. This is a caller who came in arguing against transgender people, and he couldn't tell me the difference between sex and gender as he proceeded to talk about how he graduated with like a degree in gender and something else. What did he say, guys? He said gender and law? Was it gender and law? What did he say he graduated from? Also, we're doing good on the taps. Let's get up to 600K before we go. I'll give y'all more than 5 minutes, but we got to get those likes up. And I'll make this call really quickly while we wait. Trump supporters, request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, and we call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. It was law. Okay, that's what I thought. Genetics. It was genetics and law. That's what he said, which was weird, but whatever. That's what he said. He couldn't tell us the difference between sex and gender. When he asked me what the definition of a woman is, and I was literally giving it to him from Oxford with the additional context of the fact that they would all be defined off of aligning sex with gender and them not being the same, he cut me off, rambling on. You weren't giving me the definition when I was literally reading the Oxford definition, the one that they want to give everyone all the time. And then he said something. He started talking about Muslims. He started talking about Muslims and Muhammad being a pedophile or whatever the fuck, all that stupid shit. I don't give a shit about religion. And then I said, oh, so you hate pedophilic rape.
God bless you.
Excuse me. Grapist. Thank you, Wolfie, for the hand heart. I appreciate you. I studied mechanics and grilled. Hi, Steve. Yeah, so then I was like, so why did you vote?
God bless you.
For pedophilic rapist. Thank you, Gucci, for the drum hamster. I appreciate you. Why did you vote for a pedophilic rapist? And he said, oh, no, I didn't. Oh, Epstein files.
God
Epstein
bless
files.
you.
Why didn't, thank you, Gucci, for the laugh house. Why didn't Biden release the files? Why didn't Biden release the files? I was like, because they were still sealed up until September of 2025 in the Trump's term, because of Ghislaine Maxwell, and they're separate from the independent branches of the FBI and the DOJ. And he said, oh, they're independent now? So now they're independent, but Trump can use it? I was like, yes, because Trump is getting overly involved in those departments. He's not supposed to. And then he said, damn, not that guy running as soon as he came up. Did I really scare them off? Bro, you left in 2 seconds. Damn. I think we're going to have to end, y'all. I scared them the fuck off. I didn't realize it was that bad. I scared them off, bro. Holy shit. Anyway, he was talking mad shit in the comments. That makes sense. But yeah, so yeah, Trump is getting overly involved in these departments. He's not supposed to. The Biden-Harris administration respected their independence. Previous administrations respected their independence. It's like, oh, they didn't release the files. They didn't release the files. Biden was over all those departments. It's like, no, he's not over independent departments. He can appoint people, the FBI director, Justice Department. Yeah, he can appoint them.
God bless you.
He's not over them. Oh, are you telling me right now that Joe Biden wasn't in those departments? He wasn't head of those departments? This is what he said, facts. This is what he said. He said, are you telling me right now that Joe Biden wasn't in the judicial branch? Because they're all in the judicial branches. You know what? Fuck it. Hold on. Let me find the clip. Some of you guys may be new here. Maybe you guys didn't hear the story of Norm. We're gonna play it. That's what we're gonna do while we're waiting on you guys to tap the screen. All right. While we're waiting on y'all to tap up the screen, we're just gonna play it. I need you guys to see this shit with your eyes. I need you guys to see this because I feel like people are not gonna believe me. This is one of the reasons why I make as many clips as I do, and I'm trying to make more. I've been trying to do it daily. I want my accounts to be a document that cannot be erased. I have all this shit backed up on other stuff too that can't be erased when Trump's out of this office. I need us to go back and look at how fucking nuts these people are because they're nuts. Thank you guys for all the new subscriptions on the YouTube side, by the way. Keep subscribing, please. Show your love and support. Subscribe. Thank you so much. All right. Document that cannot be erased. How far back was Norm?
One of your callers.
What do you do for a living?
Let's actually talk about. So you said you wanted to,
Norm, what do you do for a living?
give a specific example.
Oh, this is when we're playing the clip. Hold on.
What's
I'm in the state of Texas. What
Here we
state
go,
do
here we
you?
go.
And time again as to all the reasons why they did not get involved with the release of the Epstein files because of a university in Kansas, and you don't know shit. I need you to go to Kansas right now. I don't know where you live. Go back to Kansas right now. Walk straight to the office of the university, the administrator's office, and I need you to get your money back. I need you to tell those motherfuckers, you motherfuckers robbed me. You robbed me. I joined or called in on a TikTok panel, and I called in on this TikTok panel one day on the number 737-295-5321, and I started debating a homeschool dropout. That's correct, a homeschool dropout. And when I started debating this homeschool dropout, I realized I didn't know shit about fuck. And that is unacceptable. Hold on. I'm not even going to say W's to this. Priscilla sent $1 on Cash App to say, am I wrong for calling white people the N-word? Priscilla, are you black? Are you black, Priscilla? Let me keep playing my motherfucking video, bro. W's in the chat to Feisty for the $5 super chat. I probably would have told you his side career. You know who he is? You know Norm? And thank you, Dracos, for the allyship. He became a member. Thank you so much, Draco, for becoming a member over on the YouTube side. I appreciate you. Big W's to you guys. Showing so much love and support today. Thank you guys so much. If you're a black person, you can call white people whatever you want. I don't really go around calling white people nigga. I don't know why you would. That just leads me to have so much more questions, and I'm not doing it. Hold on. unacceptable because I am thousands of dollars in debt. She said she's black. I mean, if you black, call him whatever you want. Call him whatever you want if you black. I guess. That threw me the fuck off. Wasn't she on Santana's live this morning? I have no idea. I wasn't in there. All right, let me find this clip. Thousands of dollars in debt. You, Phoenix. W's in the chat to Melvin for the $5 super chat. This man is a byproduct of our education. Did I put it on hold? Hold on. We need to pray. We need to okay, pray.
this is
before.
And that is unacceptable because
we're close. We're close. No idea who he is. We're close.
What I do know is that he needs to get his motherfucking money back from that university. That's what I do know. Not the God.
No, it was before this because he slurred. He slurred. It was before this. Hold on.
The big problem that we have right now isn't my education, isn't this conversation, is nothing. The big problem that we have right now is
how long did we talk after he said the thing about the government? What do you say? Roughly 5 minutes? Maybe? Roughly 5 minutes? Fuck it. Let's go back here. Let's go back this far. And those times, people were doing their jobs. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have already answered time and time again as to all the reasons why they did not get involved with the release of the Epstein files because it wasn't their fucking job.
Really? Was he not in charge of the Justice Department as
No,
president of the United States?
He's not.
Really? Who's in charge? Who's in charge of the Justice Department of the United
Whoever is appointed by because it is an independent agency.
So who was in charge from 2012 to 2024, motherfucker?
2012 to 2024. How much did they go through in that time period?
2020 to 2024.
2020 to 2024. What's this? Why am I mixing up? Why am I mixing up?
Joe?
Hold on.
Was it Sleepy Joe?
I don't know why I always blank on Merrick Garland. I don't know why I keep blanking on his name.
Joe?
Who the fuck was
Was it the rapist?
Why am I blanking right now, guys? Holy shit. Did he just? Let me see. I didn't even hear that. Did he seriously just call Joe Biden a rapist? The fuck? He really just called Joe Biden a rapist. That's wild. These people make up anything. Well, you guys got what you wanted. There's somebody in the box. Someone finally grew some balls, I guess. We'll see how long they last. Christian, did you vote for Trump?
Of course I did, and you're going to end up running from this conversation.
Why would I do that?
Because you tend to.
Because I tend to? What's your username?
Yeah. Christian.
What's your other username?
Just Christian.
No, you have several other usernames because you said I tend to, which means we've spoken.
Oh, it's so it's Christian. It's Trump 1776.
Oh, you want to play smart, Torta?
So he's gonna run. I told you.
That was Torta. So Torta, outside of being a degenerate piece of shit, has been permabanned, and I honor the wishes and the money that my followers pay to get pieces of shit like you out the paint. But Torta is really obsessed with me. Torta, I don't know, it's something about my voice. I think it's the way my skin glows in the light. I was told last night, it was actually really, really nice, that I have nice hands. Is it my hands that get you? Is it my hands? Do my hands make you feel a certain kind of way, Torta? Is it my big pursy lips? Is it that? Is it my scalp? My clean scalp? I need to shave the sides. Anyway, let's go back to it.
A pedophile cult member. Why would we ever trust your opinion or your criticism ever?
Biden. Okay. No. Fuck! Oh my God! Garland! Holy shit! I cannot believe I blanked on that. So check this out. Remember when you said it was Joe Biden? It's Merrick Garland. Would you like me to look up the FBI as well and see how wrong you are there?
What, that the president of the United States wasn't in charge of the judicial system? Is that what you're going to look at?
What did you just say?
That the president of the United States was not in charge of the judicial system from 2020 to 2024? Is that what you're saying? Was it some random elected official, or was that a appointed official?
I need to know right now where you got your degrees. I need you to tell me right fucking now where you got your degrees, bro.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your degrees, bro?
I got them in
Where
Kansas.
did you get your degrees?
I got them in Kansas.
Yeah! Listen. This is
master's
my guy. This isn't the debate.
You know what? Here,
you haven't been tracking the conversation. I've told you exactly what I am. I'll answer that. I will tell you. I already told you. I have no problem repeating myself, but I need to get this out. I need, like, listen, the contention, my guy, listen to me. American to American. American to American, the contention needs to stop right now. We have a bigger issue at hand. No, he doesn't, Gucci. We have a bigger issue at hand right now, my guy. I'm going to tell you what the bigger, I'm not going to engage in what you're trying to do right now. You know what? I am giggling at myself. Chris, and sometimes I think I'm funny. Till I'm done, okay? Once I'm done, I'm going to engage with you. So hear me out. The big problem that we have right now isn't my education, isn't this conversation, is nothing. The big problem that we have right now is that you graduated from a university in Kansas and you don't know shit. I need you to go to Kansas right now. I don't know where you live. Go back to Kansas right now. Walk straight to the office of the university, the administrator's office, and I need you to get your money back. I need you to tell those motherfuckers, you motherfuckers robbed me. You robbed me. I joined or called in on a TikTok panel, and I called in on this TikTok panel one day on the number 737-295-5321, and I started debating a homeschool dropout. That's correct, a homeschool dropout. And when I started debating this homeschool dropout, I realized I didn't know shit about fuck. And that is unacceptable because I am thousands of dollars in debt that the Trump administration is going to start garnishing from my wages starting July the 1st unless I pick a payment plan, and I don't feel right getting money taken out of my paychecks when I don't know shit about fuck. I need you to take care of that situation, bro. American to American, get your money back. Please. Please.
You figure out the situation between a male and a female, because my God, why would we ever take your
You're the one who still can't tell me the difference between sex and gender. That's you. I gave you the definition. What are we doing?
Dude, it's a pseudoscience. You don't even know what pseudoscience is. What's pseudoscience?
W's in the chat to Demian for the $5 Venmo. MAGA men are the biggest bitches in America. They are a dying breed, thankfully. They're a dying breed who are getting robbed by institutions. It's crazy. W's in the chat to Leap Luradun for the $2 Venmo. The caller's name is Norm. He's a massage therapist.
Hey, pseudoscience.
Wait, hold on. Is your name Norm?
Hold on. Pseudoscience princess.
Is your name Norm?
Hold on. What? I can't hear it. There's a plane going over.
Is your name Norm?
Yeah, now that I'm playing this back, this is the same guy from the video.
Your name is not Norm?
It's the same guy, bro.
No.
No?
No, it's not.
Okay. So you're not a massage therapist and DJ?
Oh my God. No.
So you don't go around the debate spaces and are insufferable?
No. Also, him saying he's drunk now makes me invalidate everything he's saying, including the fact that he doesn't know he's Norm.
He says his name is not Norm. He says he's not a massage therapist and a DJ. His words. His words, Leah. I'm just telling you what he said. I have no idea who he is. What I do know is that he needs to get his motherfucking money back from that university. That part I do know. Not the goddamn slur.
Then he slurred. So that was fun. Also, we hit 600,000 likes. We hit the likes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Paris. Okay, can we knock this out? I don't know. We'll see if we can knock this out. I'm going to pin this. Can we at least knock that out before we end the stream? No, Shauna. Can we at least knock that out before we end the stream? And then I'm going to look at who we're going to raid. Let's see who's live. And I'm going to look at who I'm going to raid.
God bless you.
Who's live? Matt went live earlier today, which was very unusual. So we shouldn't be expecting one late night live. Santana will be live, but we're gonna raid Mia. Why do they always wait till I say I'm about to end?
Call from
Romeo.
To accept, press 1.
Roma, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
No, sir, I did not, but I am a younger man worried about the education of other children, and I want to know if what I'm being told about Trump is correct or not.
What is that?
That he was with younger minors in bathtubs, as you may have heard from what's called the the Epstein files, and that he was also trying to buy younger women when he was on the island. I just want to know if certain things are true and not listen to all of this propaganda.
Yes, those are some of the many allegations made against him in the Epstein files. And if you were to ask me if I can tell you definitively in a court of law or anything that's true, obviously I cannot do that. But here's what I can tell you. Donald Trump has a long-standing history of violating women, saying very strange comments and relationships with young women, including his own daughter. And he was held civilly liable of the sexual assault of E. Jean Carroll in a court of law. So while 26 or 27 other ones are allegations, we have it literally proven in court, in a civil court, because it couldn't be criminal because of the statute of limitations, that he raped E. Jean Carroll. And now, as of yesterday or the day before, he's literally weaponizing the DOJ to sue her and press charges against her because she won the case. He owes her $80-something million and refuses to pay it, much like many of his other bills. So there's that. I don't think a guy who looked at a 10-year-old girl and said, look at her, I'm going to be dating her in 10 years, is a guy who is likely not to mess with a kid. I don't think a guy who bragged on the Howard Stern show back in the 90s of walking into the underage dressing rooms of girls during the Miss Teen USA pageant is a guy that we can be trusting to say that he didn't do anything to these kids. At minimum, actually not even at minimum, fuck that. At maximum, I think this is actually the most damning, confirmed, verified things we can use to say that this fucker at the bare minimum is protecting pedophiles. Donald Trump is currently head of, well, the country, and then he appointed individuals in the DOJ and the FBI. Despite those agencies being independent, he has been telling them what to do. He's been directing them to go after and prosecute individuals. How the fuck did I get a harassment and bullying flag? The fuck? Anyway, he's been telling them to go after people. We can see that with Letitia James, James Comey, Jack Smith, Lisa Cook, Jerome Powell, so on and so forth. So this individual has clearly been asserting his dominance and influence in these independent departments. He was the one who reportedly had over FBI agents scrub his name, 1,000 FBI agents scrub his name out of what was mentioned in the, not scrub, excuse me, correction, flag his name in what was released in the files way back when, middle of 2025. He was the one who came out on Truth Social, interview after interview, and said things along the lines of, it's a Democratic hoax, the Epstein files is a joke, Democrats just want to penalize me, blah, 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 and then end up releasing the same damn files when Congress finally forced the vote on it, and he had to sign it into law. When they did release a sliver of the Epstein files, we noticed a few things. And again, this is, in my opinion, one of the most damning things to me. The fact that words like don't were flagged. Do you know why words like don't were flagged?
Probably because he was raping a bunch of kids.
Well, yeah, but no. Don T, right? Don T. So they put in their little systems to flag everything related to Trump, including words like don't, which is DONT. So Don T, which was seen as a reference to Donald Trump, even stuff like that was flagged. Names of victims were posted on social media. There are people out there right now who know some of these people, including, it could be, some of their predators, who can go after them at any moment, and their names were released and then taken down and then put back up. Donald Trump, as of 150 something now, I believe, maybe even 160 days ago, is overdue in the 30-day release that he was supposed to do of the Epstein files, save the name of the victims. He's dancing around it. Pam Bondi, the previous attorney general.
Quick question.
Yes.
Can he, like, I don't know what the word is for it, but, like, pardon himself from the actions he's done?
No.
Because he's also done that with the people who raid the Pentagon?
No, a president cannot pardon themselves.
Okay.
But in regards to presidential actions, him and the Supreme Court justices did have the ruling 2024, to give him immunity from prosecution for presidential actions, and they broadened that scope. But in terms of like personal relationships, if he was a convicted of messing with kids, that is not something he can pardon himself for. No.
I just feel like there's a difference between you can say it's justifiable until he is prosecuted, until he's legally, got those what's called charges, and you can see it from a blind eye of a retard and knowing that he definitely did all those horrible things.
You slurred.
And
why do you guys keep fucking slurring? Ah! Why do they keep slurring? Thank you so much, CT, for making a purchase from my fake shop of the Kamala Would Never cropped hoodie. That is one of my favorites. We did I did a sample and I sent it to Mel. Mel actually has one. No, Mel has a Mel. You have the make 2 + 2 = 4 again cropped hoodie. But anyway, it's the same hoodie. But yeah, when I ordered the sample here and sent it to her, it's a great fucking hoodie. I don't sell you guys bullshit, guys. Literally, if you have any issues with your order, send it back. But no, it's a fantastic hoodie. Thank you so much for your purchase of the Combo Would Never hoodie. Because you did it off the TikTok shop, you did not get to use the discount code WeAllWin for 10% off. But if you got it like that, whatever. Thank you so much. Trump uses that word so he thinks it's okay. Yeah, literally. But no, just in case you guys didn't know, in 2026, before 2026, that is a slur. Stop saying it. You can find 1,000,001 words to call people stupid and incompetent and everything else. It does not have to be that word. That is a slur. I actually learned that the hard way. First couple months on my platform, I said that word indation because I actually thought that was a medical term. It's not. And I got flagged for that. I lost my account for a week. It was a learning experience. And I didn't mean to do it. I legitimately thought that it was shortened to be a slur, but it was a real condition. It's not. Don't fucking say those words. Is a 6,000% tie-dye hoodie getting restocked? So Gucci. Ooh, Gucci. I actually learned something. So I'm going to have it done by tonight. There's 2 different threading options for the 6,000% imprint on that hoodie. One of them are, there's one version that's sold out that they can't do anymore. I have to change 2 colors on the design itself, and they actually do have a few hoodies left. So I will get back with you once I fix that and get you that order. And I also talked to Erica. And if I can't get it done on my shop, I'm making a 6,000% hoodie and putting it on her shop. Because who she uses has the same fucking hoodie. So y'all would have to go to her site to get the hoodie. But I don't care. And she'll get a bit of the profits. I don't care. That's my friend. We love Erica. Alrighty, guys. I think that's it. Oh, yeah. It's 8:30. And I want a boba. Yeah. I gotta go get my boba. Say the fuck out the request. You know what? Fuck you. I should block you. Say the fuck out the request. I just said I'm done and you getting the request. Fuck you, bro. All right, who are we going to raid? YouTube. You guys are going to go raid Mia. If you guys don't know Mia, she's a fantastic creator. She's just getting started up on her YouTube, but she hosts fantastic conversations with a lot of the mutuals that you see come here. People like Manny, people like Olive, people like Blue. Some of them may be over there right now. Just Monica or Just Monada. I always fuck up her name. Monica. Go subscribe to Mia. So it's the second I end this live on YouTube, it's going to automatically take you over there. Show her some love and support. If not, go wherever you want to. But I set the raid to go support her. So go show her some love and support. When you guys get over there, make sure that you say Hector Raid, Hector Raid. YouTube, thank you guys so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscriptions, the super chats, the super stickers, and the memberships. Every single one of you, whether your engagement is paid or free, is super duper helpful for every single thing that we do here. Every single thing that we do here. I will keep you guys posted on my potential attendance at the Texas Democratic Convention, June 25th through the 27th. I'll keep y'all posted on that. It's 6.5 hours away from me. I do not want to drive, so I'll probably fly if I'm to go. We'll figure it out. I'll keep y'all posted on that. Oh, Spider, I'm talking to YouTube. Give me a second. I'm talking to YouTube. So YouTube, thank you guys so much for your love and support. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to go get me a boba because Brianna sent me money for it. Thank you, Brianna. I have to go get it now. And I'll catch y'all for tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow we'll be live at 3 p.m. CST. Tomorrow we will be live at 5 p.m. CST. So I will see y'all then. Subscribe. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe.